Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy, what is it, Friday? It's the 30th? Something like that. I think tomorrow is the last day of the month. Today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday, and we have another stream. I'm here. Katie's here. We're, whoa. We don't, some things we don't need really close up stuff. Echo. What do you mean? Did I leave like a stream on? Did I leave my own stream open? I don't hear it. No, it's muted. You ready for tomorrow? I hope so. I think so. I guess I'll find out. Squish.net, thanks very much for the gift subs. I think I'm as ready as I can be. Hi, Hazel and Miss Kira. Alright, is the sound okay? I can't see anything that would have it be wrong, but it's early. And you know, it takes a minute for the coffee to kick in. Hi, kitty cat. Oh, you make it so hard to use the mouse. Kira's clearly telling us how she feels. Anyway, the last quest I need for level 11 renown. It's bugged since beta. Oh, that sucks. Don't mind a bit of kitty bum. Yeah, as long as it's not like right up on the camera, I feel like that's probably fine. Prelate, thank you very much for the gift sub, as well as some anonymous gift subs, and Giant Robo, and Arcade Jacks. Thanks, guys. Mobile app acting odd sometimes. Okay, I just want to make sure that it's not, because I do mess stuff up. I do it all the time, and you guys are like my #1 way to know. I think we're a-okay. Playing me twice. Two Hazels. Twice the twice this stream. Isn't she? She's pretty cute in this little outfit. We bought that from the civilian ensembles vendor for one of those earth crystals we got for renown. And I wasn't really sold at the time, but now knowing that I'm going to spend today hopefully pursuing gains in enchanting and alchemy, I think it kind of suits her. And so long since I played WoW, I really want to get back into it. Now is the time. Now is a great time. Prelate, thanks for the gift subs. And Nyla, thanks for the gift sub. Lila Mahario, thank you for the 16-month resub. Hi. How's everybody doing? You getting ready for the first weekend of not early access War Within? The first weekend of everybody in? I also kind of want to get my fishing skill the rest of the way to 300 for the derby, but I feel like that's going to be like, it's going to take like a long time. But if I'm noodling around with enchanting and alchemy and I just can't figure out what I should do next, I might just go fishing. I might just go fishing because my fishing skill is at 238, so it's not that far off. And it would be really nice to get it to 300. Sub date for fun? You want to know? Alright, I'll tell you. Not a talker, like to watch and listen. I'm very, very honored to have you here. That's how I am when I watch streams too. I lurk. I'm a big fat lurker. Not calling you a big fat lurker, but just me. Is there fishing in WoW? Yeah. There absolutely is. It is the most zen of the professions, which is a nice way of saying that it's extremely simple. It's kind of a love it or hate it sort of thing. You click the button and then you get the fishy. I was pulling up something. I was looking something up. I've forgotten what it was. I do have professional leveling guides on one monitor, from just the ones on WoW Professions where they tell you like what to craft to get your skill up. Because I would like to get my skill up if I can at all reasonably afford to do so. I'm hoping that the auction house is a little more successful today. Okay, so I sold a thing. Oh, and somebody filled my treatise orders. That's great. So we'll have our alchemy and our enchanting treatise done for the week. That's very nice. I'm glad somebody did those. Appreciate it. Where? Let's learn those for now. Bataka, thanks very much for the brand new sub. Also lurker with subs. Oh, that's right. I was gonna check the sub date for you. Currently, as of this particular moment, 3,347 Twitch subs, which is wildly unheard of for me. Normally in the off season, we're kind of like a 600 sub channel, which is still wonderful. That's still great, but this is pretty cool. Don't love or hate fishing. Happy you can level it basically anywhere now. Don't have to go through the low level zones anymore. Turned off in EU, the auction house. This game was just a shambles yesterday. All right, so far so good. I caught a bunch of fish that I kind of want to sell just for, well, money. I may or may not need some of them, but if we're gonna catch more, I'd like to just get some gold for these while available. Also, it wouldn't kill me to 80 for those. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm gonna keep the Beyond Beef, but I can always get more of these things. I think I need the ingots for something, though, actually. I think I should hold on to those. I'm expecting fish prices to continue to dip, especially through tomorrow when a bunch of people are catching fish for the derby. So there's, if you were going to, I'm not going to sell all of those. I'm going to sell some of them because I want to keep a few stacks for tomorrow for the fishing derby. I don't need actually the bloody perch anymore. So we can send those. I'm going to keep my enchanting mats, of course. We'll need all of that. I'm leveling professions on a budget here is going to be the trick because I don't usually bring a ton of gold into an expansion. I would have been nervous about spending it even if I had. So the beautiful thing will be seeing how much progress can we get today without spending like hundreds of thousands of gold because we don't really have hundreds of thousands of gold. Any good mods for tracking where fishing nodes you've found are? I haven't been using anything like that. There's probably something. The fishing journal itself will tell you, when you go in the fishing journal, it will tell you, let me see. When you go to the test your ability thing, it tells you which types of pools are in those zones. And then when you click on each individual fish, it will tell you what type of pool that fish can come from. So all that information is in the journal. I could understand if you might want to have it like on your map in a more easily digestible format. It's a little embarrassing that my fishing skill is the most progressed of my professions. My alchemy is at 41 and my enchanting is at 36 is more or less where I'm at. I think a good spot to start for alchemy is going to be just doing my experimentation for the day because, you know, gotta get some recipes so that we have a chance of being able to make something. I need to extract some stuff. So I need cheap potions. I have a few that I've made, so we can get a couple of dilution solutions and start there. Do you know how hard the derby mount is to get? The one to get all the fish? I don't, because I don't know how annoying it's going to be to catch the awoken coelacanth. Everything else is easy. Everything else, I mean, not easy. You have to like find the pools and then get lucky to get it out of the pools. And then the sanguine dogfish is a little bit tricky, but they're doable without a ton of fishing skill. And we were able to figure them out like on the fly during the hour-long buff. This is where my Derby Dash achievement is at. And we did some research before we started, but I wasn't an expert or anything. This last fish is going to be the trickiest part, and it seems that you're just going to want to have a bunch of skill as much as you can from both leveling your skill and then things like, I've got some ghoulfish, I've made myself some ghoulfish delight. That's a soulbound food that's going to give me an extra 30 fishing, and then like a fishing hat and then the fishing rod. And then you're going to need whispering stargazers to chuck into the water to make the buff happen. And then you're going to need to get lucky. So we'll see. I was trying to extract. I want a dilution solution. That's what we were after. 11 gold each. Fine. Just give me a bunch of it. We want alchemy. We want to neutralize these ones. Those aren't really worth selling because we're going to need some core way catalyst to do our experimentation. Selling PvP recipes and patterns is a gold mine, but 160k extra gold in the bags. Nice. I have not made the weaver line thing. I don't think it's that important just yet. Right now, if I had a weaver line, I would be benefiting an extra 3 perception and 3 fishing skill. And I don't really want to sink any artisan's acuity into getting it made yet because I think there's other things that are going to be more valuable to me. I would like the mount, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be the end of the world if I don't get it this week, and I don't think that 3 skill is going to be the make or break, so I'm kind of saving my acuity for now. I will make it eventually, but it's not like the first thing that I want to sink that resource into. It's kind of hard because I use the Cave Dweller's Delights, but what are you gonna do? Made it have regrets. I mean, you're gonna use it for the rest of the expansion. It's just, oh, I'm gonna get 5 points for this. Maybe this is how I level alchemy. I don't know if it matters which specific thing we're experimenting with, or if we concentrate or not. My concentration's actually recharging. I thought that it would take longer than that. Trekker Mom, thanks very much for the 4-month resub. Appreciate it. Honor Flask. Alchemy recipes. There are 3 of them. Are the biggest sellers. What you experiment with is the type of flask you can learn. Oh. I should read. Let's have a little read of the WoW Professions Alchemy Leveling Guide, because this might tell me something that I don't already know. I've been assuming up to this point that it's much the same as Dragonflight, but there may be a couple of little differences like that. Okay, so we know where the trainer is. We're right there. I'm already at 30 skill, so this part's not going to super apply to me. But let's see. Coreway Catalyst, they want you to neutralize the healing pots, buy more healing pots or craft them, Cave Dweller's Delight, etc. And then use Wild Experimentation on the herbs below. Mica Bloom, Blessing Blossom, and Orbinid, Eridor Spear. I think just basically whatever. Mana Potion, Slumbering Soul Serum, and Cave Dweller's Delight. I have the recipe for Mana Potion and Soul Serum. I don't have Cave Dweller's Delight yet. It's not going to be super important for me to make that, but that's something. Craft them while they still give skill points, the Soul Serum, and the Petal Powder. So I'm at a point where those no longer give me any points, so we're good there. 25, you unlock specs. What spec you choose to unlock first is not that important. You can unlock all of them. How you spend your knowledge points matters. Limited commodity you will never get enough of. You will always want more of. I mean, eventually you'll get enough. It'll just take forever. Continue leveling alchemy, return to spending points later. Alchemy spec guide, follow a sample build if you can't decide on a particular path. Okay. Use wild experimentation. Okay, so there's 2 experimentation things. Use wild experimentation until you get a hazardous outcome. The first time you get it, you learn meticulous experimentation. I've done that already. Sleepy Bear MC, thank you for the 17-month resub. Hazel, it's been a while since I caught you live. Had to make sure I dropped some love for my favorite WoW streamer for the Twitch drop. Oh, thank you very, very much. Also, Selenia, thank you very much for the gift subs. Racy Sapphire, thanks for the 46-month resub. I'm using Craft Sim as my primary professions add-on, and I bet you that's what's showing me my concentration. Make wild experimentation until you get a hazardous outcome. Again, the chance to discover recipes is low. Happening pretty early. There's a chance you won't discover anything new. You'll get the recent catastrophe buff. Oh no, I see. That's up for... Alright. Meticulous experimentation. Cheap, gives 5 skill points. Higher chance, but has a 1-day cooldown. Something you'd want to craft daily anyways. Probably should have been doing that over the last week, but whatever. So if you're not rushing to 100, just do meticulous experimentation until it stops giving skill points at 60. Okay. Alternative methods if you don't want to wait 5 days. Well, let's just start for this particular second by doing this at least once. We can salvage some Blessing Blossoms and see if we find anything. And that brings me to 46. I learned how to make a frontline potion, which costs about, yeah, pretty not, I mean, it's not the craziest thing to do, but thanks for the anonymous gift subs. Never maxed out knowledge in any toon professions. I want my money back. How do you get so much acuity? Got the 350 from the one quest, some here and there from first crafts. I mean, I mainly haven't spent it. I don't think I've got it from anything that you haven't already done. That first weekly quest and then crafts. I think that's pretty much it. I may have gotten some more from like the alchemy and enchanting specific weekly quest. I don't know. I think that falls under the header of weekly quests. I have got all my knowledge points for the week, and that may have given me some acuity as well. But yeah, I'm at 510 between my professions. No idea what acuity is. Have you done the one-time treasures? I've done most of them. I don't know if I've done all of them. Okay, so specialization-wise, I had been going into flasks. I felt like that was a fine place to start. And because of that, oh yeah, let's do a little bit of a reset here. Let's do a scan to get accurate, fresh price data into our thing. I also want to be clear when I'm doing all of this that I am not like a gold making guide. Okay, I've made a gold making guide before, but like I'm not a super sick goblin that knows everything. And I wouldn't take any of this as like do the exact thing that I'm doing. I take risk onto myself by doing any of these things. It's entirely possible I lose gold. It doesn't keep me up at night, but I'd hate to lose your gold and keep you up at night. So please don't copy me unless you feel like you really want to. It's not like I know what I'm doing. My Kira. See the spark done? On to beef farming. I was curious. I was very curious. In alchemy, file-wise, the one I can make is concentrated ingenuity. And with concentration, it looks like it would maybe be a little profitable if we play around with it in sim mode. I don't know. Clear that. 137 concentration for each one. It would be like 1 skill point per batch. Increases your ingenuity. I don't even know what ingenuity does, to be honest with you. Is there... Maybe I should Google that. The War Within Professions Ingenuity. That's a new one, isn't it? I just want like a written thing. No, don't add a bookmark. I feel like this webpage is going to tell me to get off the internet, Grandma. Ingenuity. Oh, that's just concentration? Confusing. Lady of the Oak, thank you very much for the gift subs. R. Lewis, thanks for the gift subs. So Wowhead says Ingenuity is a stat replacing inspiration. Instead of randomly receiving a skill bonus, you can allocate concentration for a guaranteed quality rank up. Time limited resource. Seems fine. So then if I get extra... Oh, Ingenuity gives you a percentage chance to have a breakthrough when you concentrate on a craft, refunding your concentration spent. Gotcha. Okay. All right. I can live with that. I understand 45% of how that applies to me. I want to check for add-on updates. Niocat, thanks for the brand new sub. I really should be running add-on updates every day, but what are you gonna do? Okay. What was the rest of the alchemy leveling guide gonna tell me? We were halfway through it, and then we did our experimentation. So they were telling me you can use cheap meticulous experimentation to get to 60. My current level is, I think, what was it, 46? No, don't use your Gareth and Hearthstone. 46. So we're like 3 days off from getting that skill point if I just wanted to do meticulous experimentation. That does kind of sound like a me thing. So I'm going to read the rest of it, figure out if any of it sounds good, and otherwise I might just like keep doing that daily cooldown, assuming I remember. If you're fortunate enough to discover some of the more useful flasks, vials, or potions, you can level with those. Crafting a few to test how easy it is to sell them, to see if they're selling well, make the one that gives you the most profit, or where you lose the least gold. You might not end up making a profit. Yeah, profit. P-R-O-F-I-T. And then flasks and potions is the best way to level up to 100. If you haven't discovered new flask recipes, check out the alternative section below. Meticulous experimentation will stay yellow all the way to 100, so craft it at least daily until you get a flask recipe. 2 skill points per craft until 90. Saving graces only gives you 1. Okay. Lotus, Blessing Blossom, Spear, etc. Profession files give skill points up to 80, but they're green. Ingenuity is probably most valuable, so I can try making a few of those to sell them just to see how it goes. There's nothing else I'm using my alchemy concentration for at this point, so there's really no harm. Probably. There's probably no harm in me basically just doing this with all of the concentration I have available. I can also literally use my ingenuity to try to refund my concentration for making more ingenuity files. Like, we can make this a little bit circular. Just to get a couple of free, not free, but like a couple of extra points. So if I was going to track this recipe, I wonder what quality it's looking into for those. I guess we'll just buy it in the cheapest possible ones. Let's try making 4 of these. Let's try doing this 4 times. And see if I can, like, even afford that. Thanks very much for the gift subs. Oh, yeah, that is one more thing I can look into, is I want to look at using... I wanted to look at the crafting orders. I have 5 patron orders available. This is another way to get acuity. Doing these patron crafting orders, the NPC ones, can sometimes give you big chunks of acuity. But sometimes they have guaranteed, they want a guaranteed silver rank. So if I made this, I probably would still get the same skill up, actually. And they would provide some of the materials. It would just be, yeah, that's probably a good place to start. Okay. I'm still gonna buy enough for, like, 4 of these. I'm sure we'll use them eventually. I do also want to, like, gather on my gathering alt, but, you know, hours in a day, etc. Okay. Lure drop. Let's do it in silver, and let's get enough for 4 crafts. So 20 of those. I want 20 Orbinid. Wow, they're really expensive. I wonder if I could still get the quality if I use the cheaper ones. I could find this answer. If I'm making ingenuity and we're making it with copper quality ingredients, and then we use our inspiration. I feel like I need to use the silver ones. But I'm too dumb to figure out the math right now, so we're just gonna do this. 20 Orbinid, that's fine. And then Blessing Blossoms as well. I bought Lure Drop Orbinid. Let's get 20 Blessing Blossoms. And then maybe even some... Well, we'll see. We'll take a look at it. We'll pick those up for now. None of these things that I'm making are high enough stakes where if I lose gold, it's going to be like life-ruining amounts of gold. Also, there's no such thing as life-ruining amounts of gold. You don't have to pay rent with it or anything, so everything's fine. Everything's fine. I want to look at the crafting orders. I want to go back to this one. I want to start it. So it's going to use the lowest quality things. It will let me make it. Seems reasonable. Because the ingenuity is pretty good. And I did get a skill up for that, so I'm happy with that. I was going to make those on my own anyway. And I don't think that I'm realistically going... I mean, people are... Also, I should have used one of these. People are selling the ingenuity files. I'm going to use one, and I'm going to post the rest of them that I have. I wonder if they'll actually go. 230 gold per? Maybe? Maybe somebody will buy those? I don't know. They weren't buying them yesterday. I think I already posted them once and they, like, expired. And the consortium payout gave me 3 Blessing Blossom. Wow. Actually, that's worth like 100 gold. Slowpoke leveling a druid. Herb mine fish. Then listing everything on the auction house. Realm was selling the gardener's basket herbalism gear. Half that in some other realms. Yay, war bag. Yeah. Kind of monitor. 27-inch 4K 60 hertz. Not a gaming monitor. If I was not trying to make content in 4K, I wouldn't really bother. I would do like a different... I would do something with a higher refresh rate. But yeah, I've got 3840 by 2160 monitors. They're LG. They do the job. I want to figure out what's happening next. So I was happy because I got acuity from that. That this one will give me knowledge if we do that. We have to provide all of it, but knowledge points, pretty good. And we can do it with concentration. So yeah, I guess we're gonna prioritize concentration for patron orders first. And then if we have any left over, well, maybe if I have any left over, I should save it for when patron orders respawn, because I don't know how often they come through, but it seems like more than once a week. Hurts me a little time. I mill some herbs for inscription. Leveling up Enchanting and Alchemy making me broke like every other X-Pack. I'm hoping that it'll pay off eventually, but it's nice not being too worried about it. I think I would be very stressed if I was like, if I felt like I had to make a profit, especially if I had to make a profit like in the short term. I know that I made enough gold. I made plenty of gold with alchemy and dragonflight eventually. So I'm trying not to worry too much about what it costs going in. I also just got one of these seals of approval, increases skill by 40. You can sell these. You cannot sell these. I sold a different one, I guess. I guess that doesn't help me. Maybe I'll save that for enchanting or something. Do you want to make that alchemy trinket as soon as I can? Okay. So, how's my concentration looking? 613. Oh, I wonder if those numbers, I'm just guessing, but I wonder if those numbers mean, hang on, I'd have to do math to figure it out. 2241 sounds like a time, like late at night, that maybe my concentration would be recovered. And 3108 sounds like a date. That sounds like tomorrow night, my concentration will be fully renewed, if I had to guess. I think that's what that means. How you finding the new expansion so far? I'm having a ton of fun. I'm having a great time. There's so much to dig through. I feel like I will have time to get through a lot of it, but it's pretty fun. I want printers. Yeah, that I was able to sell. Acuity, and then those ones are okay. So an Algari flask cauldron actually is a first craft for me. And it would give me 3 skill ups instead of just 1. The frontline potion, I believe, would give me no... Oh, it would give me 1 skill up. And it's a little more affordable. But I think I would need to use concentration to make it at silver. Does the flask cauldron have it? Yeah, they want gold flask cauldrons. I don't even know. I don't even know. They were going to give me some of these things. I wonder how expensive this would be. It doesn't actually sound that crazy. I guess, I wonder if I can cancel it if I start it. If Millhouse will, like, hate me if I try and make it and then I can't. I think CraftSim is showing the countdown, yeah. I feel a little crazy for changing mains right now. Probably a better time now than later. 71,000. For what, though? Harmonious horticulture? Is that the sticking point? How much are harmonious horticulture? Let's find out. Sign of 1. Thanks very much for giving out 5 gifts. Congrats to those who picked him up. Oh, it's because the gold ones are like 38k each. The silver ones are more affordable, but to make a gold flask cauldron, I wonder if I would maybe need, like, the really good stuff. That might be the problem. That's probably what's happening there. That's probably why it's like, well, no, actually, even if I don't use the gold one, it needs 8 of them. Which is 23. No, that doesn't add up, does it? What about the Kaheti oils? No, those are only 74. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, if I try to make it and I find out that I can't do it, I could cancel the order and just resell the stuff that I bought. Is it counting 20 gilded vials at... Oh no, provided by the customers. Just the oils and the horticulture. I'm a little dumb, but I'm just going to try this and see if I can make it work. We're going to start the order. Obviously, that's not going to work. Let's get the oils on us. And then I'm going to buy the silver horticulture and then see if I can even do this. Eight of those, so it's 23k. I can pull gold for that, but we can always resell it. It'll be a tiny loss, but if it turns out it's not happening, we can post it again. Fizzle Blast, thanks for the 6-month resub. You'll never make rank 3 without item enhancements. Base Cauldron, fast when that one did all the rest. I'm just really curious because it would give me like 3 skill points. That'll be like pretty exciting. I want to withdraw like 25k. And I want 8 harmonious in the silver because the gold ones are crazy expensive. And we're not going to try to get the gold vials either. I wonder if I could maybe use this seal of approval for it. I don't have like immediate plans for it. It was pretty easy to get. Maybe it would be easy to get more. Okay. So, if I use my... Oh, I need to pick them up for the mail. That'll help. Oh, you're switching off Shadow Priest. What's the vendor price for the cauldron? Don't know. I think they're providing it. Yeah, the customer's providing it, so that's a them problem. So obviously that's not gonna work. What if we add that and then that? That's still not gonna work. I'm afraid of that. All right, never mind. Cancel it. Resell this stuff. No harm done. You coming back up, kitty cat? Secret Squirrel, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. 48 to 60k, depending on reputation. Okay. I was gonna sell off the horticulture just for now. And we might pivot to taking a look at alchemy. So yeah, let's see if we can get our 23k back from that. Is there anything else that I picked up that I would want to sell? I think most of it we can really use. The oils I feel like will come in handy. They weren't that expensive. Loriastes, thank you for the brand new sub. Okay. I would like... So my current plan for this then, I guess we could still make these with our concentration. And then maybe 3 of them, because I have the mats for that anyway. If I make them with concentration, I might be able to sell them for like a shred of a profit. And then I would have some skill and I would be at like a nice even 50. 50 would be kind of nice. Let's do that. Let's see if actually, I don't even know how much concentration it, 118. Yeah, we can afford it. So, 1. Plus, maybe the concentration will get refunded. I don't know what it looks like when you get a proc. 2. Didn't say anything here. Because I have some ingenuity. There we go. Ingenious breakthrough. So I got... I don't know. But also, file spillover gives me multi-craft resourcefulness and ingenuity. Stacks each time you craft files up to 10 times, which is kind of cool. That's why the average profit's been going up. I see. My only concern is whether or not I can actually sell these ingenuity files. Because if I can... Did I sell the ones that I posted already? No, I did not. If I can, it would make sense for me to continue crafting in the next 5 minutes while I have this spillover buff, because the average profit would have gone up, with concentration, of course. It would have gone up to like 183 gold to craft. However, I can only do that like 1 or 2 more times anyway with my concentration, and I'm not sure that people are buying those, so we're not gonna make a crazy amount of them. Zombie Ghost, thank you for the 2 gift subs. Wild Experiment got dropped. I think I want to stick with Meticulous just because I want the skill ups from it. I'm not too fussed with the... Like, it would be nice to get more recipes, but I'm going to get them from Meticulous anyway. I think I'm going to leave Alchemy where it is for now. I'm happy with what we did, though. We got about 10 skill ups. And we got some extra acuity and stuff and a few knowledge points from the patron orders, so I'm happy with that. That'll work for me. Also, I need to remember to not... Before I start enchanting, I need to put my weapons back on. I took them off to, like, preview transmogs, and it would be just like me to accidentally sell them. So, use my alchemy knowledge. I'm this deep in files. I may as well keep going. Extra skill and multi-craft and stuff. And then... I was going to try to sell those ingenuity files. See if we can get a couple thousand gold back for those. How hard do you think it would be to have Guardian, Resto, and a DPS spec all going on one character, not all at once? I mean, it just depends on how much time you want to put into it. I don't think it would be that bad. A lot of the stuff you can use across multiple specs. It's just a question of how optimal you want to be and what difficulty of content you want to do. I think it's worth a try. See if you find it fun. Okay. Next, enchanting. I was working an earthen weapon enchants just to have a place to start, you know. But I wanted to get a recipe for I wanted a weapon recipe that was from this one. Queen. Oh no, that's Nearbar Palace. That's not going to help me. This one was Hazelgar Enchanting 55. So if we can get some enchanting points, that would be good. Lady TX, thanks very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Which means it's time to read the War with an Enchanting Leveling Guide. Let's get caught up on learning. And by let's, I mean me. Enchanting can be paired with any profession, etc., etc. 170. The 70 to 100 part is not included because there's many alternatives from drops, vendor specializations. 433 storm dust is probably why it's so expensive. I'm curious if it's still expensive. Obviously, I won't need that much because I've already got my skill up a little bit. But storm dust, just out of curiosity, is currently at like 144 gold per. It's calmed down a little bit from like 200, but still for dust, crazy. Put all enchants on Vellum, try selling them. Disenchant all your leftover gear. You get a first craft bonus from most enchants while they still provide skill points. Okay. So Glimmering Haste and Glimmering Crit. Have I got my first craft from those? Let's kind of look through this retroactively. So if I look at my... Yes, we've made each of those once. That's good. Also, my skill is at 36, just in case I'm confused. One of each of these to get your first craft bonus. Mirror Powder, Armored Avoidance, and Silken Avoidance. Let's make sure that we've done each of those at least once for the first craft. Mirror Powder. It's a reagent that I actually have not made yet. So yeah, I should probably chuck one of those. Might even be mildly profitable. Increases multi-craft. And then the other one was Armored Avoidance and Silken Avoidance. Okay. Armored Avoid. There's Silken Avoidance there. Armored Avoidance. I've got the first craft already, so I can skip that one. And I've done the first craft for Silken Avoidance as well. So, 18 to 22, you make 3 Runed Bismuth Ronds. Check the secondary stats, and if one has Resourcefulness, equip it. You can sell the rest. If none have Resourcefulness, doesn't really matter what you equip. That's for 18 to 27. So I'm already past 27, so we don't necessarily need to do that. I did make one and put it on, and I did get lucky and it got Resourcefulness, so that's good. Go me! Fishing out on a Recor for the fishing derby. Every different kind of pool. I didn't use a fishing add-on or Weekora. I mean, I guess I had better fishing, but that didn't really help with the derby. It's just to make fishing comfy. The main thing I had was the Wowhead guide for the derby open on the second monitor because it had a table that showed me what the name of the pool and what the zones where those pools spawn are for each individual fish. So I knew if I was looking for a crystalline sturgeon, I need to be looking for glimmer pools, and they're in XYZ zones. That's the info that you want to kind of have handy, and you can just like have Wowhead open for that. Yeah. Okay. So, 18 and 27. Once you hit 25, you choose specializations. They wanted you to do ephemerals, enrichments, and equipment. What did I do? Don't worry about it. You'll eventually be able to learn all 4. Spec guide. So those are for the enchantments, the NPC crafting orders. Will be your main source. NPC crafting orders will be your main source of acuity. So they wanted me to specifically do like the glamours and stuff. Alternative recipes. 395 storm dust. Sure, fine, cool, yes. Armored speed, silken leech, and then glimmering versatility. That's funny. I should look and see if there's any more first craft bonuses I can get that I haven't made yet. That would be a good place to start here. Even if something is expensive, just to get the knowledge point. We're gonna want it eventually anyway. So we made these ones. We made that one. We have not made this one yet, and it looks like that's gonna be. I mean, we're gonna lose some gold in all this, but what are you gonna do? It looks like that's going to be a. Oh, that's nice that you can just do it in the window like that. 40 storm dust. A lot of the storm dust that I have now was from disenchanting stuff. So I'm going to post that. I also want to look at my patron work orders. That's a good idea. Well, Maybe I'll just put it on my own gear. No one really wants it. It's speed and Hearthstone cooldown recovery, but for 45 gold, I'm just gonna keep the darn thing. Sure. There we go. They ever say what the issue was? I don't know if they did. They usually don't. I don't know if they usually tell us why something broke. They just tell us when it's fixed. I'm gonna disenchant this one. And let's take a look at the... Oh no, that's the alchemy table. Let's take a look at the enchanting orders and see if there's anything that needs doing there. Liberty Bell, thank you for the 31-month resub. But I'm happy because I got some knowledge and I got 2 more skill ups. We're up to 38. On Sunday, we can do the Dark Moon Fair. I'm assuming we'll be able to continue getting professional knowledge from the Dark Moon Fair monthlies, so I'm looking forward to that. Struggling with props here. Okay, alrighty. I want to see what the crafting orders look like. 3 of them. Actually, any public orders? No. Because I can make the runed crests if anybody needs them. Enchanted Runed Harbinger crest, some mats and some mats, and then a Void Elf Glamour. That was going to give me acuity, acuity, acuity. This one gives more acuity. What materials are they providing? They are not providing the storm, basically anything but the crest for that one. What about this one? Same thing. Okay. So it's a question of whether or not you want that thing, or you just want the extra acuity. I'm going to make this, even though it's going to be really expensive. I guess it's like 8K. I'm going to make this for the first craft. The first craft and then the bonus acuity. So I'm going to need more storm dust. The one nice thing about leveling alls... Actually, does it matter what quality storm dust it is? These are pretty close in price anyway. The one nice thing about leveling alts is you get a ton of greens and you can just DE them all. And it would be pretty good. Okay. Do I really not have that much? I thought I had more than that. Does it all have to be one quality? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's get 23 of the copper stuff then. Yeah, let's do these. I'm sure we'll use the silver stuff eventually. I'm not too worried about it. Such not good vibes. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Can you sell me alchemy or inscription for general use and occasional selling? No. The best thing about alchemy for being very casual is that you can get just like benefits for yourself, like longer flask and file duration fairly easily, so that even if you never make and sell anything, you're chilling. Voice is exactly the same. Got me through a lot of pet battles when I came back to WoW a few months ago. Nice. Hello, Hazel. Hello. How are you? See if we can make this now. We can. Alright, I hope that Vokgret the NPC appreciates the gold that I've spent to do this for him. Do you guys write messages? I feel the irrational urge to heckle the NPC. Even though that really doesn't make very much sense. Good to specialize in first. WoW Professions has spec guides. I will not give any advice. I'm not going to give any advice, and I'm not going to take any advice because I'm just going to make a bunch of mistakes. So I don't want it to be on my head when other people do it. And also, I want all of my mistakes to be my idea, because that I can sleep with, but if I make a mistake and it was somebody else's idea, I will resent them forever. So it's best if I just kind of like wing it. Back in the old days. Do it. But yeah, I will link the resource, WoW-Professions, because they do have skill guides. Did you want alchemy? Specializations, Alch spec guide and builds. this is kind of the this is gonna talk you through the info. I probably should have read that before I started spending my points, but like I said, I gotta make my own mistakes. So my enchanting skill's up to 40. That's pretty nice. I'm happy with that. We have some knowledge. Oh yeah, I wasn't done reading. So at 40. Oh yeah, it's because I didn't take so they would have me make Silken Leech 5 times and then Glimmering Versatility 5 times for basically like 75 Storm Dust. What's really nice is if you can get crafting orders with other people's mats for the enchanted crests, because people need the crests anyways. The quality doesn't really matter, the skill doesn't really matter, and you get like skill ups for it. Like that's the nice thing. Those are weapon enchantments. I still don't have quite enough skill to make those well. Even if I use the best stuff and I concentrated. Yeah. I have a new bismuth rod, but these things are still Dragonflight. Never done a crafting order. Embarrassed to say. Treatises are great for that inscription in the sense that quality doesn't matter. Yeah, easy to fill, and people tend to supply mats, so it is the true just press a button of the profession. A lot of things don't work like that, but that one more or less does. Salvage some cool fish. Okay. All right. What was next on my list then? I had some notions about wanting more recipes. Because the other things there are profession tool formulas and then earth and chest armor enchants like Crystalline Radiance. Crystalline Radiance. Did I go past chests? I did. Is there. And that's actually valuable. So maybe we keep going points into here to get that. Let's see if we can get... I wonder if I've got all of my... I wonder what the easiest way is to tell if I've gotten all of the profession treasures. Because I've definitely been like flying around and looting a ton of them. I know Handy Notes marks them on the map. Profession knowledge. More setting. Open Handy Notes options. You know what I'm going to do? In the War Within. I'm going to scale them up. To like 3. Just for now. Okay, 2 is the maximum. I'm gonna make them twice as big. So that's any Handy Notes icon. And I'm gonna turn off the rares. So it should be just the treasures. So that they should be pretty easy to find. So that's also gonna include regular treasures, but like that's like the blue ones are knowledge, so I do still have knowledge points to get. So maybe we should go for a little flight. Maybe we should do a little treasure hunting. That sounds like fun. Let's go. Let's eat some spicy stuffed cave peppers. They're a week worth to do it. Oh, that's cool. Someone left a script. You can run that to see if you've collected it. Also pretty cool. Let's go on a flight. Let's go down. We're going to start. It looks like I've got everything from up here. Treasure-wise in general. That's surprising to me. What does the treasure achievement look like? Exploration. We're within. Is it adventure? No. Treasures of the Isle of Dorn. No, there's still quite a few more that I'm missing. Hidden treasures. They must just not be marked on the map. Or maybe I'm not like in the zone? But no. Let's go take the elevator. 10 knowledge. Oh, that's right. I forgot. So not the Spider City thing, although that's a good idea too. I want to look in the profession place. That's what I was going to spend my acuity on. If I can remember where the crafting orders were in the first place. I think it might be in here. There should be some Artisans Consortium people that will sell me knowledge points for stuff. So I'm going to start with enchanting. You buy this, it's 10 points each. And the nice thing about these is just like in Dragonflight, they actually refund some acuity because you get acuity when you learn knowledge points. So that cost me 200 to buy, but I got 50 back and 10 enchanting knowledge. I still have 435, so we can buy the one that costs 300 to buy. I mean, we could do the cheap one for alchemy as well, and that would give us general, like, acuity, but I want to focus on enchanting knowledge for the moment. So we'll do that. That's what I want to put my stuff into first. And now we have 185. Okay. But knowledge point wise, enchanting specializations. I wanted to get one more here. So that's just a 10 extra 10 skill in the final subspec. So let's learn bolstered breastplates to get crystalline radiance. Earth and enchanting. Weapons, tools, and chest armor. So if I put 5 more points here, it gives me bonus skill for all of the earth and enchants. And then also lets me learn Algari Ingenuity. So, we have now learned Crystalline Radiance. And even without concentration, that might actually be profitable. Algari Ingenuity, not so much, maybe with some concentration. But both of those will be a first-time craft. And both of them will. Also, you can enchant a profession tool. Is Ingenuity the only profession tool enchant? Let me see. I'm an enchanter. I can find this out. You can do deftness and finesse and perception. Those are all gathering. There is a resourcefulness one. And the recipe is in Dornagal for 150 acuity. Lyrindal. I wonder... Oh, okay. Hang on. Hold up. Everybody wait. Hold the presses. Because resourcefulness seems like the thing. So if we go... Maybe it was in here? Is this where Lyrindal is? It's not like I know where I'm going yet. It's not. But what do you want? Oh, butterfly shine. Zafric, thanks for the gift subs. Oh, thanks. I was thinking of this guy because he's got a council's intellect enchanted recipe. That's the one I was thinking of. That would cost 150 acuity. But if I look at council's intellect here, under chest enchantments, not so valuable. That's int and mana pool, and no one really cares about that. So what we want is I'm gonna wow head to find out where I'm going for a start. That's usually a good first step. I want to go, because if I've spec'd in this far, I may as well have the recipe so I can make it. Oh, it was right. It was right where I was. That's kind of neat. Are profession bags worth it? Like a reagent bag? Yes. They're pretty cheap just to get one. And then it's nice because they hold all of your mats and stuff. Oh, somebody bought some of my fishies. That's kind of nice. So we're going back over here. I'm feeling a little better about all this. Not the reagent one? Oh, well, if it's not that, then I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. Oh, it's literally the person I was shopping at. That's funny. Okay. So they would sell me... There's Algari Deftness, Perception, etc. There's Cavalry's March, Resourcefulness. That's the one I think I want. Also, the recipe for the better enchanting rod gives you 329 of random stat, 18 enchanting skill, less concentration. My current enchanting rod is giving me how much enchanting skill? 8. Okay, so you would get a bonus 10 skill from having the good rod. But for the moment, Algari Resourcefulness. Yeah, that's the one I want. We're gonna buy that. We're gonna use it. And then I'm gonna go see what I can make with that knowledge. And how well I can make it. So if I look at those profession tools, that one is, even just as is, mildly profitable, and I could enchant my own tool with it to give me an extra 72 resourcefulness. Kinda nice. Oh. We could do it even better with a little bit of concentration. You get just basically just bonus skill for the tool enchants if you go deep into that. The chest enchants have crystalline radiance, which is going to be a little bit more in demand. So if I was going to sink points into anywhere, I won't worry too much about this. Later on, that's going to be useful for me. I won't stress too much about those points. I think we're going to sink into the breastplates. It's just flat skill. And then eventually it's going to be less professional. So we can make. These are both first crafts. And they're just like storm dust and stuff. I'm going to make resourcefulness to try and sell. I wonder if anybody wants it. Let's buy another like 25 of the cheap storm dust. Well, cheap. It's not the most perfectly efficient way, but this is usually how I like to learn, because this is fun. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got some acuity from and a payout from the crafting thing. They gave me 6 bismuth and 6 gloom chitin. Okie dokie. There's a fiery weapon enchant. Oh, thank you. Hazel enchant. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Will you drop raid guides? Yes. Yes, I will. I want... I wanted to make... So we already looked at the crafting orders. I'm expecting that they're not going to just drop any new ones. I don't even have that recipe. It's interesting that the NPCs will offer crafting orders for recipes that you do not have. I wasn't sure if it would work that way, and it's interesting to see that it does. So without any concentration, I'm just going to make this once. And then the question is, do I want to try to sell it or do I want to try to use it? It's going to be 72 resourcefulness. But I think I'm going to post it and see if anyone buys it for now. Because there's not that many of them. Because that would recoup some of my dust costs if true. Oh, very cute hat in your tune. Why, thank you. It's one of the civilian ensembles. Okay, so I was gonna go. Oh yeah, that's right. We were gonna go get some profession treasures. We were gonna go get some more of those. How do you get your head around the new profession system in Dragonflight? Lost with the whole thing. Really want to learn it. Mainly from reading guides and then just playing around with it. I definitely, as I am doing right now, losing some gold in making some things that didn't turn out the way I wanted them to. But like with anything, I find the best way for me to learn is just to do a little bit of research and then tinker and then a little bit more research. So just playing around with it and having a look at it while having like the Wowhead guide for it open in the other monitor. And then just like not being in a huge hurry to learn it is usually the best thing for me. Craft Sim is my number one. Oh, I'm going to fish that one. Craft Sim is my favorite profession add-on these days. Ripley, thank you very much for giving out 10 gift subs. Appreciate it very, very, very much. That's so generous of you. Congrats to those who picked him up. Shucks, guys. Bellador just dropped. Congratulations, Josie. That's amazing. Once you finish the campaign on your main, your alts can skip to the Isle of Dorn early in the quest line. They'll start the war within quest line, and you can speak to, I forget which NPC it is, but there's basically a skip to the Isle of Dorn option that you can take. Alright, fishing skill 239. I definitely do want to get to, I want to get the rest of the profession treasures that I can find on my map. Just to get that knowledge squared away. I'm definitely not spending it perfectly. But sometimes it's all right. Sometimes it actually works out to spend it not the same way that the guides recommend, because if everybody else that is trying to make gold with a profession has already spent it in that way. Also, don't mind me. I'm sick. I can't change. I can't fly away from a pet battle world quest. I couldn't tell you why. If everybody is spec'd in the same way, there's going to be more competition for that particular recipe. Whereas if you go kind of off the beaten path, you may have better luck selling something that there's not as many people making early on. Sometimes it can work out. Hype. Oh, is he resetting? Did you charge yourself out of your own tether zone? Because that's rude. I already used a cooldown. But I didn't use my trinket. Have the pet just want to support your content? Aw. Oh, Nordressel gave out 10 gift subs too. That's crazy. Thank you so much. That's incredible. You guys have made this a wild month for me. It means so much to me. I'm, every now and then I just, like, check... Alright, this is gonna sound a bit odd, but, like, I'll check the analytics, and then I'll check, like, my savings, because, like, I have my savings across a few different accounts, and I'm, like, working towards a home purchase eventually. And I, like... I'll do that, and then I'll do that, and then I'll go to a mortgage calculator, and then I'll be like, oh, I see. Maybe I can afford this one. And mind you, they're not, like, glamorous or anything, but I'm just, like, one day when I buy a place, even if it's not a very nice place, if it's my place, and I own it, and I'm building equity by paying a mortgage, I'm going to be so happy, because it means that as long as I can keep up with my mortgage, and, you know, barring natural disasters and stuff, we can be not homeless. We like that. Red Shamrock, thanks for the gift subs. Future house just got bigger. I've been looking at all kinds of different places, and there is... I mean, the housing market here is insane. I live in one of the more expensive places in the world to buy property. I'm in Victoria, BC on Vancouver Island, and I'm unwilling to leave or go very far from here because all my family is here, and that's important to me. So that's why I'm not just going to move to, like, the middle of the prairies where it's cheaper. Because I'm sure I could afford, like a beautiful place if I moved very far away and didn't know anybody and was far from my family and support system. And we're not going to do that. So even if I did very well, we're not moving into, like, a McMansion. We're not even moving into, like, a regular house, most likely. Because even, like, old houses that have tiny yards that are kind of falling apart are still $1 million. So I'm kind of looking more at, like, condos and stuff, and sometimes not even very new ones. But there's a real appeal to the idea of getting something that is affordable, even if it's not, like, a super nice area. Obviously, you don't want to live somewhere, like, really crazy sketchy, but, like, even if it's a little small and it's not super new and it's not in a super nice area, imagine being able to, like, comfortably afford your mortgage so that if you have, like, an off month or an off year, or you need to take some time off, you're not like, oh no, everything's ruined, you know? Like, the last thing I would want to do is set myself up with financial pressure that makes me feel like I must, you know, you must do XYZ thing or take XYZ sponsorship or else you're gonna die. That's a little more pressure than anybody wants. How did you learn Profession Tool Enchants? I bought the recipe for one of them from the Artisans Consortium vendor in exchange for acuity. I spent 150 acuity to buy a recipe. The other one I got, I think, for speccing into the Profession Tool Enchants. Waves from Manitoba. Yay for not homeless. Something tells me you'd make any home nice. I would really like... I'm sure I'm going to make a bunch of mistakes with my first home because I've never done much home reno or... I've never, like, painted a wall. I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes and then have to fix them and stuff. Or not fix them and then just have things be kind of scuffed. But, you know, like, when it's your four walls and you have the key that locks the door, there's something real special about that. You can't take that for granted. Pandira, thanks for giving out the gift subs. You can enchant your profession tools to the auction house. Feel you, my family's in Silicon Valley. Oh, man. Mainland Vancouver, so expensive, but I refuse to move since my whole life is here. Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, on the upside, It's beautiful here. It's a gorgeous place to live. You making an earthen? I think I will. I don't know of what, though. I don't know what class. You can look up how to fix nearly anything house related on YouTube. I think the real wisdom is going to come from knowing what I can reasonably attempt myself and knowing when to call a professional. Because it's true that you can learn a ton of stuff on YouTube, but I think it's also true that sometimes amateur attempted DIY projects end up causing a lot more damage than value that they add, or cause like functionality problems because they weren't thought all the way through. So I think that I do want to do things myself to my place when I eventually get one, but there's gonna be a little bit of wisdom that comes from knowing when to leave it alone, knowing when to try it myself, and knowing when to call a professional if it's important that it gets done and I don't think that I am able to do it correctly or think it all the way through. I think that's going to be the real move. Someday house reno streams? I don't know. I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't mark your calendar. You never know. Did the theater daily. Dornick at the end was lying across the portal. Couldn't be dragged into it to finish the event. Oh no. Start painting in the basement, not your living room. It is. I see. I get the point. I understand the meaning of the sentence. I think it's wildly unlikely I get a place that has a basement. I think based on my budget and housing prices here, I'm probably going to end up getting a place that's about the same size as the place that I have now. It may even be smaller and less nice. I may end up buying a place that is less nice than what I'm renting, but it would be worth it if I'm building equity. Thanks for being an inspiration as much as making me laugh on days when it seems impossible to smile. Aww. Overwhelming at times. I've owned my current place for 2 years, haven't done much. Decor-wise, it's so overwhelming I could do anything I want. Boring responsible things like new AC, saving up for a new roof. I mean, that's just satisfying though. Isn't there a rent-to-buy option? If there is, I've never heard of it. That's like a furniture scam. I think rent-to-buy is called your mortgage. You buy it up front, you borrow an incredible amount of money, and then your rent or your mortgage payment is going towards you eventually owning it in full. I think that's just a mortgage. Aspect of the cheetah. Thanks very much for some gift subs. And I get this house on layaway. Yeah. I've had to kind of tone down my dreams a little bit and understand that some things that I wanted, like a yard or a garden, may not be realistic unless I wanted to move crazy far away from my family. And you get X amount of years on this earth. There's some things that I'm not willing to give up. I want to get, let's go up here first. Let's go up here for this enchanting knowledge. Low income down payment help. Rent to buy. Used to someone else's credit to be able to get the loan. Oh. Yeah, I think we're probably looking at condos. We'll have to see. My options will depend on things like strata rules, because I have a cat and I have a big dog. And I am unwilling to not have either of those. So we'll have to take our time finding something. But it doesn't, your first place, you do get like incentives. There are benefits that make it easier to buy your first place. So there, you do want to get it into a place that you want to stay in. But also on the flip side, you don't have to live there for the rest of your life or even for the life of your mortgage. And if you've spent some years in a place and you built up some equity and maybe the value's increased, you could then later on down the road, especially if your financial situation changes and maybe you're doing better, sell it, take that money that you built up and take that equity that you built up and the way the investment has grown and take it to somewhere else. Nothing says it has to be the last place I buy. I used to dream about just getting one place and living in it forever, but I don't know if that's if that's very realistic. Oh, there's another one down there. I only have 21 hours left to do this world quest. It would give me 800 gold. Think of all the storm dust I could buy for 800 gold. It would be like 4 storm dust. Wow. Oh, hey. Condos can be cool. They take care of outside, more turnkey. Yeah. I'm trying to remember all the upsides because I don't really want to. But like I said, having your own place. Plus, I've lived in apartments. The last time I lived in a house that did not have, like, attached neighbors was when I was 12 years old. I've lived in apartments and condos. Actually, I guess I shared a house with a bunch of roommates for a little bit, but it was sharing a house with a bunch of roommates. I've lived in shared housing my entire adult life. Clearly it works just fine. You've got places to nap. You've got places to play World of Warcraft. You got a place to keep your cereal in the cupboard. You're okay. You got what you need. Love my condo. Nice quiet neighborhood. Don't have to mow a lawn. I think I came over here because I was seduced by the notion of 800 gold for this world quest. Is there a mine that I can go into? Yeah. Level 70 else, do the work orders type quest. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I wonder if people are doing that just to sell this stuff for gold. I'm relieved that you're not dead set in that idea. I was, but sometimes you have to wake up and smell the market. I think I was putting too much pressure on myself. It's hard because I'm in such a weird industry. And I'm moderately established in this industry where there are people that do what I do that make enough money to actually buy these dream houses. And for many reasons, I don't make that kind of money. I make acceptable money. I appreciate it. I'm glad I can pay my rent. But I'm not buying a penthouse condo or anything like that. And for a long time, I kind of held on to this fantasy of one day I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be hyper functional, I'm going to get all this crazy amount of work done, everyone's going to love me, I'm going to get a huge multi-million-dollar deal, and then I'm going to be able to have a garden. And I held on to that for a really long time because it didn't seem unrealistic for like a established streamer or YouTuber or whatever to like kind of level themselves up to get into that kind of stratosphere. And I think I was just beating myself to death with that dream. It's depressing to let go of it, but I think it's also a little bit, I wasn't getting anywhere. It clearly wasn't like, if you're just doing the same thing. I don't think that it's because of the market. I think it's very much because of me and my own capabilities and functionality and what I can keep up with, and what I'm like comfortable with taking on and doing. Haunted Chasm, thanks very much for giving out some gift subs. They schedule regular maintenance, take care of landscaping, schedule inspections, cover sewer, garbage, and water. Do they do inspections of inside your condo? Like in a rented apartment? Order not tiny home online. You would need to spend a lot of money just to have land that you could put it on, and you might not even be able to keep it there. There was a news article about somebody that owned property, and they put a tiny house on the property, and the government forced them out for, I forget why. It was weird. Like, they weren't allowed to live in XYZ amount of dwelling, or maybe it wasn't zoned for it. I don't remember the reasoning, but it's apparently not always that easy. Content creation unpredictable. Makes total sense. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to let go of your dreams. But sometimes you just need to find new dreams that are maybe possible and realistic. And there's also, there's absolutely a trap that comes from, maybe you do really well. Maybe you find a way to burn the midnight oil and put in tons of hours, and you also get lucky at the same time, and you make a ton of money, and then you upgrade your lifestyle, and you get that nice place, and your property taxes go up, and your monthly expenses go up. And then something changes, and now you have this big financial load that becomes scarier to keep up with. There's a lot of people, not everybody certainly, but there's a lot of people that if they do make it really big, in something that's unpredictable like this, it can be stressful to deal with the downswing of that, which does sometimes happen. Not for everybody. Some people are just successful forever, but it's the slow, steady middle route is also unpredictable, but it's a lot more stable than like a stratospheric rise sometimes. Plus, it comes with less, like when you get that big, sometimes you'll have more security concerns. Sometimes you'll have more stress from a lot of different places. And because I'm so mid-size, I can keep my life pretty chill. I'm not living super glamorous, but I'm also sleeping at night, which is nice. Like I said, X amount of years on Earth. you don't want to be suffering too much. I think they call this house poor. Yeah, I would rather, even if I can afford like a pretty nice place, which I don't really know. I need to talk to my mortgage guy again. But even if I can afford something pretty nice, I would rather live below my means and have a huge safety net. And know that I can manage without needing to do anything crazy, and not be super worried about like one emergency. Because there is a lot of risk that comes with doing this full time. I am a one-woman show. I do everything. I have no staff. I almost never contract anything out. So if I get sick, if I get hurt, if I get hit by a bus and I can't stream, honestly, if I get hit by a bus, I'm probably gonna stream. Because I have to, because there's no, like, I am the one thing that's driving this. So you want to, with the lack of having other safety nets like a traditional job may or may not offer you, obviously injuries can ruin a lot of people in a lot of industries, but it's nice to have other safety nets, like maybe some savings, or maybe your expenses aren't that high. I stream from hospital. Ludwig got hit by a car and streamed the day after. Sounds true. Oh, thanks, Butterfly. Oh, I need to heat treat them. I thought that just collecting them was going to be enough. My goodness. Wait, what? I've never done this world quest. And I'm confused. Most of the world quests I found have been very easy, straightforward. So I'm a little surprised by having so many steps that I did not anticipate on this one. Is that one heat treated? Because he comes out and he's got the gems. Gotcha. I don't actually know how to do that. Don't know if I should buy the War Within. Do you recommend it? I'm enjoying it a lot. It's a very personal decision. Hardest world quest is the ore one. Is that this one? This is gems. Throw into lava and wait for the pie slice. A pie slice. I see their pie slice. And I'm not trying to, like, drag it anywhere. Oh. Might be nearby. I don't work for Blizzard. I've been enjoying it very much. You gotta make your own purchasing choices, though. There's a lot of information. You can watch people play it on Twitch. You can watch YouTube videos about it. You can read the product page. You can think about your past memories of playing World of Warcraft, or think about what you might want to do in this expansion, and decide if it is worth the money for you. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Little circle. Yeah. This world quest is extremely slow, but I feel like I'm in too deep. We've really worked for our 800 gold at this point. You can click an extra button to drop. Oh, you can do them all at once? I might die if I try and do them all at once. I'm kind of struggling fighting these NPCs. I'm kind of having a hard time. Not my top ranked world quest. However, we're taking our 800 gold. We're getting out of here. I was getting profession knowledge. That's what I was doing. I don't know what those achievements are for. The notes and the machine speakers thing. I feel like it wasn't working quite correctly. World quest takes a minute. Ooh. I could get an explorer. I mean, honestly, just for the transmog. What do they want me to do? Garden slain and tools collected. It's hard to go anywhere when you haven't finished all the world quests yet. Maybe I should just start every day by doing all the world quests, because I know I'm gonna want to do it anyway. I know I'm gonna want to do them. They get me every time. Shadow Snake, thanks for the 10-month reset. Appreciate it very much. Everything's tuned pretty high. I think that because we're before the first season, it makes total sense. We're used to running around and doing world quests on our mains in raid gear, and I'm out here in like normal / heroic dungeon gear, so it's completely reasonable that things are not completely folding for me. And it seems to be at a good place where I can still do stuff, I just have to pay attention. And this way, when I do eventually get to having gear from like raids or Mythic Plus or harder content, I'm going to really notice the difference. Because if things were already just melting for me at 565, then it wouldn't be as satisfying to get better items from harder content, which isn't even available yet. I think that's part of what's going on. 565 is my current item level. Every mob bring my priest down like halfway. Yeah. I find that between my Cave Dweller's Delights, my Desperate Prayer, my Dispersion, and then my occasionally just run away and spam heal myself, I can usually survive stuff, but like, you definitely have to be careful. April, thanks for giving out a gift sub. Liked Remix, just burning everything to cinders. It was fun too, but I also felt in Remix, especially at endgame, I earned that. Like, when I first got to 70 in Remix, I was not burning things to cinders. I feel like it's more satisfying if it takes some time and if it's not just like immediate. You know, if everything is just free, then what's the point of the game? You're messing with like the core progression. People that are 41 hoping to go into mythic raids as soon as they can. Yeah. Yeah, my item level is, I would say, moderate. I've done some heroic dungeons, not very many. I've done some normal dungeons, not very many. I haven't really upgraded much gear. I got one veteran item from the rep vendors that I upgraded. I'm not too fussed about it. I know that I'm going to be a little bit noodly in raid when it comes out and in like mythic dungeons, but I'm going to get gear from those things and then I'll feel much better. I've never been somebody to put a ton of gold or effort into getting really strong really early. I usually do it in the mid-range. I want to get my power before we're done with progression, because after that point there's really no point. But I usually kind of suck for a couple of weeks because it's a lot easier to catch up than it is to start super, super early. So if I upgraded that staff, it would probably... Oh, it's a cool model. I like that. I don't think I'm going to worry about upgrading it, though. Jerry Joe, thanks for giving out a couple gift subs. Yeah, I think crafted gear for 481, upgraded stuff, I don't know. I don't actually know what people are doing. It sounded like more work than I was prepared to deal with. Am I after? Yeah, this is alchemy treasure. Alchemy knowledge treasure. Yeah, I think crafted gear is going to be... I'm definitely going to make it eventually. But, like, during the first season, even WoW had said that it's not a bad idea to hold off on it because of ongoing tuning. Because, like, once you've used your spark to craft something, you've kind of done it, you know? You don't really get a redo. Hoping for full adventure gear, level gear, fully upgraded before Mythic Plus starts. I could stand to do more dungeons. I just haven't found a good time to do them because I've been having so much fun with, like, professions and world quests and... well, yeah, professions and world quests and world events and stuff. I spent like most of my day yesterday just catching up on the campaign. There we go. A couple more alchemy knowledge points. Did I ever learn the enchanting one? Maybe. Maybe not. No, I didn't. There we go. Do all the dungeons as follower dungeons at least once before I brave the queue. It's not a bad idea. Help you feel more comfy. Oh, that's funny. You can get another 34 slot bag. Let's go. Let's do this. I haven't done this yet. Clearly. Handy note says, at the Kajakola machine, order the 4 drinks in the right order. Blueberry, orange, oyster, and mangoro. Blueberry, orange, oyster, and mangoro. I remember finding this on beta and thinking it was really cute. Oh well. Blueberry. Orange. Oyster. Mango. Dun, 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 dun. We got a mini fridge. 34 slot bag. I currently have a 30 slot bag on still. So it's not a bad idea. I don't think it's gonna, oh, it will let me do that. That's nice. I guess I can vendor my old 30 slots. I don't think I need them for anything. Oh, it spells boom? Oh, I did not understand that. That did not read for me. Okay, I am going to take a short break and be right back. Solar Strangers, thank you very much for gifting out some gift subs. Chair, we meet again. Yeah, I already had the other bag from the church. We got that on stream a little while ago. But it's funny to me that they were upgrades for my main. Like, I just never bothered to get better bags. So we're running around with a couple more spots. Wanted to support a smaller creator? You seem so sweet. Aw, shucks. Well, I appreciate it. Hi. Hi, Harry. Hi, the one. How are things with you today? Okay, so we sold our fish. We sold our fish. I guess that makes sense. Those are the things that I listed at the top of the stream. Oh yeah, not bad, actually. I'm sitting at 6,500, and then with the fishies, 13k. You could buy some storm dust with that. I'm really curious if that chest enchant that I posted is gonna sell. Oh, the ingenuity file sold. Yes, okay. All right, follow-up question. Did I make a chest enchant to sell? I think I got distracted. I don't think I actually did it. I think I just talked about doing it. Have I ever made a crystalline radiance? Nope. Sure haven't. All right. Okay. Oh no, my thing that I never made hasn't sold yet. I have a sickness. I have to do the pet battle quest. Happy Friday, everyone. Better now. Chilled out watching the stream. Nice. I'm hoping I can have like a mildly chill day today because I think tomorrow is going to be very exciting and very big, and I'm going to be very sleepy by the end of it. Do that sometimes. I don't know why I'm so keen on getting pet charms. Is it because I really want to like level up all the new pets? Like by buying stones? Maybe. I don't know. What's tomorrow? The variety show's tomorrow. Also, the fishing derby. I think tomorrow's going to be a long stream because I want to stream through the whole variety show. And I also want to derb. I want to do the fishing derby. Yeah, I have like 5,000 plus in the bank. Don't need the crafter table. Make it and post it. I'm just not ready to just yet, but thank you. At the risk of sounding ill-informed, what is the variety show? Let's see if we can find the post. WoW variety show 4. Support a streamer and Twitch drops now live. Time to fight back against the void in the variety show. Previously published article. So here's the official article in case you want to read it at your own pace, but I will pull it up for a sec. So tomorrow by Blizzard Entertainment, it's time to fight back against the void in the WoW variety show. Exciting episode 4 broadcast live on August 31st on YouTube and Twitch. WoW celebrity contestants and community contestants will compete in 5 activities: a leveling competition, scavenger hunt, battleground blitz, draw and guess segment, and a game show. Find out which celebrity contestants will be competing in this episode. So these are the talent that they posted. We've got Zico and Rukuri. I believe they're hosting. And then for contestants, Tiani, Annie, Zaryu, Pika, Dratnos, me, Vendruki, Nobble, Sidu, and Sturge. 4 duos of celebrity contestants will venture through the ringing deeps in a race to level up. I believe I'm not part of that. I believe that I am sitting that one out. For the scavenger hunt, I'm going to get paired up with some of the community contestants. We're going to go on a scavenger hunt. I'm going to need all of the help I can get from that team and also from you guys to help solve clues because I'm not traditionally good at puzzles. I'm gonna do my best, but we're gonna try and solve clues and solve riddles. And then they're gonna do some battlegrounds. Once again, that's gonna be some of the other creators battling it out in the Blitz. And then there's a game show section that I'll be involved in called Faction Fight, where it's kind of, you compete to answer survey questions, so sort of Family Feud style, I believe. Unofficially, Family Feud style. And then there's, they've pre-filmed some things too. So yeah, we're going to be on for a long time. I don't know how long the parts that I'm in are going to take, but we'll be kind of, I think I'm going to be kind of mixing up like a normal long Hazel stream with participating. Show kicks off at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 1 hour after my normal stream start time. Favorite people can't wait to tune in. They knew you'd be too powerful in the leveling competition. I don't think I'm like that cracked at leveling, but we have done fairly well at these in the past. So that's what the variety show is. That's going to be tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited and honored to be a part of it. We're going to... Am I ready for the next zone? Oh, this is the ore quest, huh? Pick up an ore bucket, deposit a total of 10 ore across the bridge to the west. Because on one hand... What is that? Oh, it's an achievement. On one hand, 804 gold. Won't be seeing it? Oh, there'll be a VOD. Not to worry. Not to worry. I think we move on to Hellfall. We're after profession knowledge, because once we get as much of that as we can try and maybe craft a few more things. Get a couple more skill ups here. Because if I can profitably make and sell these, that would be great, because they're gonna offer me guaranteed skill ups. I'm not even too worried about how much gold we might make for it. I mainly want to just like get the skill ups and stuff. Ore quest was annoying, but I got my achievement. Ooh, there's an achievement? Do you get anything cool for the achievement? Is there perhaps like a pet or something? I don't know. Man. One of my goals for this expansion is just to clean up the map. Just to get the treasures and the achievements and stuff done. And like the side quests on my main, I think. So that I can fly around and nobody wants anything. Because that way, if they add something new and there's a quest giver that pops up that wasn't there before, I might notice. I spend all of Dragonflight and Valdrakken being like, not now, no thank you. I do not want to sign your petition. They would follow me around the city and I would just run away. And it made it impossible to find where new quests started when they did add new quests, because I hadn't done any of the stuff that was there before. So even if it's like not for something that I want particularly, I kind of want to keep things a little cleaner this time around, at least on this character, just on the one character. So I can feel like I don't know, I can't tell if there's a ringing noise or if I just have tinnitus now, but just so I can be a little cleaner. Spore covered coffer in a cave. In a cave. Can't decide what takeaway I'm gonna get, Indian or pizza. I like Indian a lot because I find it sits really well with me. I love pizza, but I don't usually feel great after I've eaten it. But that's just me. That's just my body. I suspect it'll be part of the overall meta achievement. Doing all the quests as they happen makes that so much easier. Yeah. So this is just a treasure. Nice. What's a null lotus? Oh, it's that herb thing. Okay. I got to renown 6 with the Arathi. Nice. I'm not super far along. Although, ooh, if we get to renown 7, if we get one more, I can actually get like a decent chest piece, and then I would be okay to dump some upgrades into it. That might be kind of nice. There's all kinds of stuff going on over here. With the light thing. But I'm here for profession knowledge. Definitely profession knowledge. Oh, but there's a toy over there. Answer riddles. You need to find the books. Okay, that sounds like too much trouble. Wow, making these icons big on handy notes really kind of toasted up this zone. What I'm mainly looking for is treasure chest icons like that, but if they're blue, then that means that they're profession treasures and I haven't looted them yet. In Ashkahet, There are at least 2 more in the city that I haven't got yet. So let's kind of head down and tidy those up. I do want to do all the treasures. It's hard. It's hard to fly by them. Well, there's a world quest. Oh, I can slay 15 Kopis. I don't even know what I want resonance crystals for, to be honest with you. It just... Like, I know I'm going to want them for something. How many resonance crystals do I have? Those are basically like our supplies, right? I have 4K. I know we need to use them to buy things like the veteran armor off the vendor. And that it's a bit expensive sometimes, so... Hang on, there's another ritual cache down here. Anything that gives me any of them. Seems good. Mounts, pets, toys, and renown. Yeah! And we're gonna want all of it. I love the early stage of the expansion because I like leveling renowns for the first time. It's fun kind of progressing through them and every new level finding out what you get for it. It's much more satisfying than old reputations used to be, where you would only get 4 things per... You would get, you know, you're honored, you're revered, and you're exalted or whatever. I think these are really fun. 2,600 for the vet gear. Okay. So wouldn't hurt to stay on top of. Although, that appears to be a hole. I don't think I've been down here. Are there caves or something? This seems like it's so far down. I'm going to Serpentine Cavern. This must go to Ashka Head eventually. I mean, I guess it's water down there. I don't think I'm in the right spot anymore. Oh, there's a Flight Master. Love the renown system, all the new systems and changes. Thoughts on server identity? Used to be a big thing. Now it's much less meaningful. I agree. I think that server means very little now. It's worth it to me because of how... Oh, it's a delve down here. I gotcha. It's worth it to me because of how much easier it is to play with different people without needing to commit to all being on the same server. You can have more friends because you can maintain and game with people easily across many servers. I still think there is, at least for me, some amount of identity and, like, I recognize names. Even people that, like, I've never spoken to. Like, I recognize, like, names and guilds of people that I see around just, like, waiting for rares or doing world quests or something. I'll be like, oh, that's from so-and-so's guild, or... You know, this person work ordered something off of me in Dragonflight. Like, I do remember people that I see around, and I see the same people around enough that I feel like there is still a little bit of that. I think we're giving up on that world quest because I got distracted, and now we're leaving. Farmed a bunch in Hellfall where you do the event, spreading the light. Blood in the water. We like blood in the water. We actually really like blood in the water. I wonder what sanguine dogfish are going for, if it's worth me using any of these perch. Because the perch are 28 gold each. Sanguine dogfish at 170 gold each. So yeah, if we... Hang on. Oh, I've been wearing my fishing hat this entire time. 1, 2... I'm just going to invest all these, because if I catch even 1 dogfish, I think that's profitable. Haven't run into any of your tunes. Not the most observant person. I remember I had, like, a secret nemesis for no reason. I didn't really know this person. I'm sure they're wonderful. I never, like, said anything, but in my mind, I had, like, an imaginary rivalry because it was somebody that played a similar spec to me, and they seemed to have the same profession, so we would often be competing on the auction house. And I would see them sometimes in the same groups that I was in. Bummer. It was... I mean, the slum sharks are good, too. Those are worth 390! Wow, that's better than sanguine dogfish. Forget the bloody perch. Wow! I'm just going to post those. They're for a feast recipe. I think that's why they're spiking, as people are starting to craft the feasts. Wow. Where'd the slum sharks go? Nice. I need all the gold I can get. What's that for? Valor stones. I feel like the cataloging's pretty easy. Also, was that a good fishing pool? The last one was so good that I feel like I have to check. I saw it. I saw it on the map for a second. I lost it. Oh well. Oh, it's over here. It is blood in the water. Okay. So forget. I'm still wearing the fishing hat. I'm gonna forget the dogfish plan. I'm just gonna fish this out. I can't complain about not doing very much damage. I'm wearing my fishing hat. I wonder if this is a rare, actually. I think this is a rare that I've just already killed, and that's why it doesn't look like a rare. I think that's what's going on here. Trying to get a fishing hat. Can't seem to catch any in the auction house. I wonder if there's maybe some on other servers that you could buy with, like, Warbank gold. Oh, we got a dogfish. We got a sanguine dogfish. Layla Cutie, thanks for giving out a gift sub. I just have the green quality fishing hat. Mine is the Weaver Cloth Fishing Cap. I bought it for like 500 gold. It wasn't that bad. Oh, and then the dogfish. The dogfish are supposed to make you incapable of catching stuff other than dogfish, and it really doesn't seem like that's true. I've just been keeping them and then preparing them, really. The goldfish rather, because they Slum shark and a dogfish, yeah. You know, you can make the fishing food with them. Alright, I'm putting my hat back on. Parts of the auction house are regional and parts of them are not. Things like, unless it's changed without me catching on, which is entirely possible. Things like gear, crafted gear, should still be specific to the realm, or at least the connected realms. Ichor spill. I need to remember what kind of fish are from those. But I need to do the fishing anyways. I'm fishing 242. I'd like to get 300. But if I find any pools that have like value fish in them, the blood pools seem super worth it. The ichor spill. I should just put my profession journal on my, or my fishing journal on my bar, because I check it quite a bit. The ichor pools. Oh, I see. We don't sort it by the pools. We sort it by different things. I got a golden gill trout from that one. $60 auctions to post, but it takes about 10 years. Oh, man. Okay, we don't stop for the glimmer pool. What's that? Rare? Weave rat cache. I don't even know what this is for. Something, I'm sure. Oh, somebody bought my sanguine dogfish. I love posting auctions on the same character that I'm playing because you get such a little hit of like happy whenever you see in your chat log just while you're gaming that somebody bought something. Chris Reed, thanks very much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for picking me. Saved a lot of gold today by shopping different servers for the lowest prices using my war bag. I got 50 cash. I was thinking, okay, for 5 Valor Stones, that is not worth it. But I'll take the 50 cash. I know I'm going to need cash for a bunch of stuff. That is a glimmer pool. I stopped for the fancy ones. So not glimmer, not ripples. Maybe a royal ripple. I would stop for royal ripple. Ichor spills. Maybe? Maybe we stop for ichor spills? Treasure pools for sure. Day Cakes, and thanks for the 3-month resub. Happy September. Happy September to you. Appreciate it. I'm happy. I'm so glad that I have stream as a good excuse to just like noodle around. Because I can't. Oh, we got a huskfish. Are those valuable? Yes. Well, 75. 75 gold. More so than like the 30 goldfish. Oh. Is the stream stuttering? My encoder looks okay. He's just such a nerd. I don't know why, but his accent gets me sometimes. He's got like a different accent for a dwarf. I don't think this has ever happened to me before. I know I want the wax globs, but like, oh wow. I don't think I've seen this particular thing. Whereas, thank you very much for the Prime sub. A younger person's Scottish accent. Oh. That makes sense. You think they got an actual Scottish voice actor for him? He's so good. Oh, hang on. There's more wax to be had. Oh, someone's buying my slum sharks. I'm less worried about wax since it seems like Scraps or whatever his name was, the kobold that was going to be a vendor, it seems like he got nerfed to not have that capability anymore, so I'm kind of less enthused. You can mount and fly into those? Oh, that would have been better. Path to treasure. Oh. I hadn't opened that one yet. I got some rep for that. I don't know if anything good was in there, but we got 50 rep with each of the severed threads. Coppers he got nerfed. Yeah. Easy way to get crafting supplies. I'll have to look at what different things that wax can be used for and decide what I want to do with mine. Because that may well be my best way to get amounts of storm dust that I need. Getting the box of dust, selling it for 9 to 11k per box. Yeah, it seems like that would be a really strong idea. So there is in the city. Ah, it's just on the counter here. Mixing salts. That's an alchemy treasure. Oh, pet battle. I haven't bought the knowledge with Kej yet. That's another currency where I wanted to really take my time and when I felt ready, like look up what you can get for it before I decided what to spend it on. Because I know Kej is used for a lot of different things. And I just want to make sure I'm fully understanding all of my options. Handy Notes. Handy Notes is the add-on that puts those icons on my map. There should be a link in my add-on spreadsheet. You would also need to get the War Within. Handy Notes, the War Within, is like a separate thing that you would also install at the same time. A separate add-on. What is your fishing hat called? It is the Weaver Cloth. Hang on. Yeah. Weaver Cloth Fishing Cap. I'm just going to write it in chat. Weaver Cloth Fishing Cap. That's the one. No trouble. I'm gonna have to actually buy an upgrade stone to level up one of my pets to justify all this time. I'm not even convinced I'm getting rep for doing these. They're just, I don't know, they're new and it's satisfying. It feels like they're fast. It feels like a free world quest to me. Even if it's not giving me that much, it just kind of feels like, well, yeah, of course I have the pets for it. Why wouldn't I do it? World quest, no rep. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I think that's probably for the best. If somebody's like really keen on, I have to max my rep as early as I can, I don't know if forcing them into pet battles is the best way to endear them to that system. I'm gonna upgrade Spinner. So, excuse me, if I could buy one of these guys. Thank you. I got this pet from something in here. And I'm going to upgrade it. There we go, level 25. Finish the Kazlogar pet battle achieves. Bit of a grind, not awful. Nice. I haven't done, like, the family ones. I haven't done them. I'm not really sure what's going on with this. The fact that they didn't put any rewards for it confuses me. It makes me feel like maybe I should do it, but, like, why? Usually what happens whenever I'm in one of those conundrums is they add the why later. They make it part of some meta achievement later on, and then I'm like, man, I should have done that already. Buy from Zaraj the Magnificent. Oh, I wonder if this is what you were talking about. It can be looted once per character. How much cash? 565. Ugh. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna trust. I'll get more cash eventually. So that's a world quest for coffer key shards. I think I'm caught up on profession knowledge. We can try that week, Aura. Or script or whatever. Profession, knowledge, treasure, the war within. Knowledge point, treasure locations. They're all in a book. And then run these commands to tell if an item has been looted. Okay. So I can run the alchemy one. Oh, hang on. I can't copy all. I can't paste that much. I would need to use the paste add-on probably. Oh, thanks, Waris. How you looking, priest so far? Unsure if I want to play priest or hunter. They both seem fun. I'm enjoying the priest hero talents a lot, even when I'm just in Archon. It's kind of fun having the echoing halo thing. I'll have a better feel for it after I've gotten started in the season, though. Hope to see you back doing the weekly news someday. Thank you. Ted Guggenheim, thanks very much for giving out a couple gift subs. Let's see if we can copy. Actually, do I still have the paste add-on? No. Did I delete it? I had an add-on that was literally just called paste that would allow me to paste larger... LMNOP. Must be gone. It would allow me to paste larger amounts of text into my game for running like lots of commands. Okay. I don't know if I want to run these one by one. Stopped working. You need paste E and G. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I am currently going through and basically copying each of these things in one at a time just to make sure that I have collected them. I am pretty sure that I have done. And then in my chat log, it's just going ahead and it's telling me for each command that I pasted, true means that I have looted it. So, so when I grab the next one, this is the slowest possible way. I think the weak road would probably be a lot faster than this, but would just tell me whether or not I've got them all. I'm just going to finish doing the alchemy ones manually. I am 99% sure I've got them all, though. Can you link that page? Sure, yeah. Profession, knowledge, treasure point locations. Yeah. Hi, Hazel. Hello. How are you doing today? Dark Apothecary Vial. And the Nerubian Mixing Salts. I just looted those. So for enchanting, let me see. I'm going to grab this Wicor for a second, and then I might not even keep it long term, but... Import. Those are Dragonflight. That's not right. That's a Dragonflight Wicor. That's the wrong one. Jubilee, thanks very much for giving out a couple gift subs. The War Within. I'm pretty sure I got them all. I guess we can copy paste. What is it? 3, 6, 8. There's 8 treasures we can check for. I guess I can just check them manually. 1. Faster than trying to figure out which WeCore is going to scan and tell them all to me. 2. Or getting another add-on. I'm going to need to do this like once in my life, so it's fine. 3. Just to triple check that we haven't missed anything. 4. If it pulls up a false, that means it's a treasure I actually need to go get. But the good news is it would tell me the name of it, so we could then look it up. 5. 6. Never let it be said that I'm above data entry. 7. And yeah, okay, we have them all. Good work, team. Namaste from India. Namaste. Very glad to have you here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. The Lynx mount dropped for me. Oh, nice. I'm jealous. That's such a cool mount. I love the kitties. Rumor broker. All right. So I got all my profession knowledge point treasures. I bought some profession knowledge for both Kej and Acuity. I could probably stand... I maybe need to learn a few of them that might have gone to my bags. We also got some pet battle stones. But I am happy with that. I want to spend that knowledge even if I'm doing it poorly. And then, oh yeah, I got to make that enchant that I've been working on. That's right. Yeah, I don't even know what he wants. I got an enchant to make. So let's organize the bags. What I'm basically trying to do, so I've been disenchanting things that I'm not wearing. The blue shards seem wildly less good. Oh yeah, we definitely wear that. That's better. It's an adventurer mace. And it has leech on it. Explorer is worse than adventure, I'm pretty sure. Somebody solo dabbles in everything, enjoying the opening of this expansion, just kind of playing the game, making alts, achievement progression, breath of fresh air. I feel the exact same way. I've been really enjoying this gap in time after the expansion came out and before the season started. Because I really enjoy doing Mythic Plus and raiding and seasonal stuff, but it usually means that I don't get time to look at all of this stuff, or at least I don't feel like I have time for a long time. So it's nice being able to kind of get my feet wet first. I want to see where I can use my flying and beast training stones just to get them out of my bags. So I want to look at flying type pets that are not level 25. Looks like I have a couple of them, including this winged arachnoid. 24, 25. So we got to keep our pets leveled. Oh yeah, then the Watcher the Huntress. Although I might just buy her a proper upgrade stone. These ones... yeah. We'll just finish leveling these and then we can upgrade their quality too. Vibrant Glowfly to blue. I don't worry about breeds on pets unless it becomes a real problem, and it almost never becomes a real problem. And then I think I was working on this sandstone Ramolith. He's like halfway done. Lovely to watch on stream. Seems cozy. Didn't have to focus on uni studies. Come back and play. I totally understand. Good for you for making that, like having the presence of mind to make that choice. I'm not a paragon of self-control myself. Okay. A jar of pickles. So I was just making sure that I'd used all my professional knowledge. I think that's what all that was about. Maybe I've got some other stuff I can get rid of from here. I just want to make some room in my bags, really. Raid guides will be coming out before the raid launches on September the 10th. Sometime in the days preceding that, there will be raid guides from me. Oh, I still have the stuff we bought from the vending machine for the bag. We don't need that anymore. I'm just gonna vendor that. Nimrock, thanks very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for using your Prime sub on me. Very flattered. All right. Is it time? Specialization. If we get one more point, we'll get plus 20 skill. Did I sell my deafness enchant? Yes, I did. My resourcefulness. So let's make another one. Let's buy some more storm dust. 138 gold versus 138 gold. Okay. Let's buy 50. Oh, no, I'm dumb. For some reason, I thought that was going to give me a knowledge point. I'm like, oh, it's a first-time craft. It's not a first-time craft. This is a first-time craft. This is going to be a little bit of a gold investment, but that's fine. Oh, thanks for the gift subs. Also, MS PERV, thanks for the brand new sub. Welcome. Okay. Oops. Let's go to the enchanting table. I don't know if we need to be there, but it'll make me feel better. I can always find the enchanting area because they've made an enormous mess with the purple dust on the ground. So I was going to make one of these. Just... sure. Why not? Let's throw it on a vellum and maybe we'll, maybe somebody will want it for being silver in quality. The ingenuity tool enchant. 4,400 gold. It's kind of fun being able to make stuff. I know that's literally the tagline of Professions, being like, wow, you can make stuff, but it's nice if I can actually sell anything. I like concentration so far. Far better than inspiration. I would much rather have a limited regenerating amount to use, and maybe you can get a little more of it with ingenuity. I would much rather have this to manage than hoping for inspiration procs. I didn't much like inspiration. Alright, so then I get that last point. I get the last one in chest enchants. And now, I'm not going to be perfect because obviously my enchanting skill still kind of sucks, but Crystalline Radiance, I guess it doesn't super matter. It's 2,000. It's actually better off just doing it this way. Let's make a few of these because it'll be skill ups. It'll be skill ups. And it'll be exciting. Thornagal is very fun, easy to get lost flying around. Appreciate the visibility. Yeah. What's up, Hazel? Hi, Beats. What's up with you? I'm doing good. I'm cozy. I'm crafting. I am deep in... What was I doing? I wanted to shop for these materials. That's right. How many of these do I want to make? How many of these can I afford to make? I've got 31k on me. We don't want to go too crazy. Let's go for 3, huh? Can I afford 3? And I had how much storm dust on me? Like 40? 49.50. Not me with the second monitor calculator. So 176 is going to set me back 24k. Little bit of a gamble. Let's not make 3. Let's make 2. Let's calm down. I need 101. Yes. 14k. And then that means I'm going to need 40 crystalline powder. 34, basically. That's cheap. Another 10 gleaming shards. Those are cheap. And then 2 refulgent crystals. Because I wonder... How's the auction SNNA? It's been working well for me today. It was a mess yesterday. It's been better for me today, but I'm not mass posting huge amounts of stuff. I posted a few fish. Since you can now accept rank 5 in work orders. Easier to understand, yeah. Plus, it kind of gives that feeling of like using your resource the same way that you would use like a transmute cooldown for all the professions, you know? Like, if you can make something profitably with concentration, then it kind of makes you want to use your concentration. Oh. So if I use concentration on these, we can take our profit up quite a bit. So let's try it. Let's make a few of these. We put all those points into them. So we can make rank 3 crystalline radiance, and we saved some stuff. We may as well try, we may as well do it. Been horrible on EU for days. I hope it smooths out. I think it's just struggling. It is really awkward for Blizzard that things were working so well during early access, and now it's such a mess. It must just be load based, but I don't really know. 35k for these. So if I can actually sell those, that would be nice. We would be up some gold. I would have made my first gold. Quat 8008, thanks very much for the brand new sub. The craft cost and profit is from Craft Sim, but it's using auctionator data. So it's based on prices that I gained in my auction house scan today. You need both for it to really work well. But yeah, Craft Sim is the one. Happy with that. And that got my enchanting skill up to 47. Plus we can make more of them. I would just... Oh, somebody bought one! Yes! I am rich. Haha. 35k for that enchant. Because we're probably... Yeah, there goes the other one. Nice. All right, I'm gonna make more of those then. Oh no, I'm not, because I'm out of concentration. Never mind. That was just what we got from our concentration. I will take it though. I mean, I hadn't even been using my concentration up to this point, so I'm happy with that. We've accomplished something. Nice. Also, we got one more point left, so I guess I'll keep working on earthen weapon enchants. Eventually I'll get a recipe for one that's any good. Gotta feel good. That's I mean, honestly, like, I came into this expansion with less than 100k gold, so to have like 70k just waiting in my mailbox in an hour is gonna be massive. So my concentration is going to be refilled September the 3rd at 8 in the morning. According to Craft Sim, my concentration will be fully refilled in another like 4 days. Whereas my alchemy concentration, which I left about a third of, is going to be ready basically 1 day earlier at about 3 in the morning. Yeah, so it does take a few days to refill. Nice. Cool. I feel like I learned something today. I couldn't tell you like exactly what, but crystalline radiance, even without using concentration though, does look like it's a bit profitable for me. Maybe not at the same level, but I can still get skill for it. Because if we look at those, because if I can profitably raise, the copper is basically worth the same thing. If I can profitably raise my enchanting skill, I would like to do that while I have the window for it. Best healer for season 1? I'm not sure what the rankings are looking like. I know there's ongoing tuning. I don't usually look at rankings or like tier lists of classes because I know it's not going to change my mind on what I'm going to play. And if it turns out the thing that I want to play is not very good, it's just going to bum me out to know. So I'm not usually a good source for that. I'm gonna priest it up no matter what. But Wowhead and other sort of resources do post tier lists. I just like to avoid them myself. I was gonna go to the bank. I was gonna pull some gold and make some like copper or silver of that same enchant. Just to get the skill ups while it's not going to be as profitable as the gold one with the concentration was, but it won't be bad. I should at least break even on it. So if we pull everything... yeah, I'm going to double my net worth by picking up that mail. Priest it up no matter what. Yeah. I like that. I'm using CurseForge to manage my add-ons. The standalone CurseForge client. People also like WowUp. That's another one that people tend to use. So how many of these do I want to make? Maybe another 2?
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
150 dust. 21k versus 20. Crystalline powder. That's flat. The gleaming shards. And then 2 refulgent crystals. It's completely senseless for me to spend like a little bit more gold on the slightly better versions of it without doing the, like, checking the sim to see if it would actually get me up a quality level. Especially when it seems like rank 1 and 2 of Crystalline Radiance sell for basically the same amount. So I pretty much just wasted 1,000 gold for no reason, but it makes me feel like I have a chance, which is not true. It's completely irrational. However, I am happy with that. Let's... yeah, it looks like we're making a rank 2 no matter what, so let's just make those. There's no qualities on treatises. No, you should just buy the cheapest possible mats to get them made. Nice. Another 2 of those. You could argue that maybe I should save one and use it for me, but they take so much storm dust. So those will be worth 24k when they sell. If they sell. If it's good. What time is it? It's 11:21. You know what I kind of want to do is I kind of want to work on leveling my fishing. Because today's kind of my last chance to get it leveled before the derby. And I know that it's just going to sneak up on me and I'm going to want as much fishing skill as possible. So let's go fishing. I'm going to check my journal. Oh, somebody bought it. Somebody bought it. What if I should just keep cranking those out? Especially if we sell the second one. Yeah, I should, oops, hang on. I almost brewed a sword to my death. I should make more of those. Because I made at least 700 gold per. And that's not crazy, but we're getting skill ups as well. We're getting skill ups. So, let's do another 2. Those are good. Enchanting Crystalline Radiance track. I'm not going to bother getting the better mats this time. We're going to buy 150 of the cheapest storm dust. 20 of the cheapest gleaming shards. 2 of these cheapest refulgent crystals. And then crystalline powder, we would need 33. Because we want to make it twice and we have some on us already. It feels so good to be crafting again. This is what I wanted. I just wanted to poke around and noodle until I found something that I wanted to make. And then make a bunch of it. Do I even need the table? No? Oh. It doesn't really matter, actually. Thanks. What do you think about the new human racial? Want to make an alliance priest? Can't decide. Gnomes are cute, but the second Hearthstone very useful. I also... I don't know if I would... Yeah, it's hard. I think I would make the choice based on aesthetics. I also really like the human racial, but if I'm honestly asking myself how often I'm going to use it, at least as long as the Hearthstone toys are working in a funny way where the Stone of the Hearth works separately from the regular Hearthstones, I feel like I kind of have more teleports than I can shake a stick at. Let's see if the copper ones sell. Because that might actually be less of a... Because why would you spend 12k for a copper one when you could get a silver one? We'll see. We'll try. I may have just wasted some gold. We'll see. Lessons learned, you know? Yeah, Stone of the Hearth, for at least during the War Within, has had, for reasons unbeknownst to me, a separate cooldown. And it's been working that way for the whole expansion so far. It's weird. In my fishing journal, I want to catch blood in the water. Because I want to catch slum sharks. A blood in the water and a slum shark swarm. So Hallowfall and Ajkahet. I wonder, I've never seen a slum shark swarm, I don't think. Let's go to Ajkahet. Let's start there and we can always go up if we're not finding fishing pools. Tomatown Portal has a separate CD, shares CD with the Hearthstone one. That's so strange. Do crafting stats affect disenchanting? There is a disenchanting knowledge tree, but I don't think gathering stats. I don't think that like finesse would get you more dust for disenchanting something. I think that the only gains would be in the knowledge tree. Favorite search list in the auction house? You can click on I think it's like a star next to each item whenever you're looking at something in the auction house to add it to your favorites. Okay. Shatter before disenchanting? I'm not sure. I don't know what that means. I've just been DEing things. I want to make sure we're tracking fish. Let's do a little loop and see what we can find here. See if we find any good pools. I think I'll fish out of any pools because I mainly just want skill and some fish to sell, even if they're just like normal ones. But I wouldn't be mad if we find valuable fish. It is, yeah, surfacing ripple. So this isn't going to be like a life-changing amount of wealth or anything, but we want the we want the skill ups. I need the fishing skill points. Because there's like another like 65 that I could get just by practicing, pretty much. The NPC work order is random? I'm not sure. That's a good question. Yeah, I use CraftSim to get information about profits. It's only gonna, the data is only gonna be as good as your most recent auction scan that you've supplied it with. And then you do need to be cautious because if somebody has like an item listed, as far as I know, if somebody has an item listed super cheap and it's just like 3 of them, but those were the cheapest price for that item when your auctioneer scan was, that's the value for that item that CraftSim is going to consider, even if you could never buy that many because there's a low supply or because they were bought out instantly. So grain of salt. I don't have a great way for avoiding getting gotten by that, but just basically keep your eyes open when you are shopping to craft something, and if some price looks wildly out of pocket or different than the estimate that you had, it's worth scanning again and having another look at it just in case. Fishing 244. I was a little worried that the fishing skill gains would slow down like hyper dramatically after like 200. I figured that the last 100 might be really, oh, it's a slum shark swarm. I'm rich. This is how I'm going to pay for my enchanting mats. I was a little worried that the skill gains would slow down substantially, but you still seem to get like, they do slow down a little bit, but it's, you know, you get skill ups. I have not yet fished up any more of those pages that give you 10 skill. I haven't gotten any of those yet. I got one and I used it really early and maybe I shouldn't have done. Is there a trick? I think the trick is fish. I think the trick is just to fish as much as you want, as you can. It's probably best to do it in open water so you're not saving time, or you're not losing time moving around, but you would make so much more gold by moving around to different pools because you'd be catching actual fish and not just gray items. Even with the fishing skill level that I have now, oh hey, we've rat cash. I was trying open water fishing in Dorne and I was still getting gray items. So I think I'm going to stick with pools. These are nice. I scan the auction house with Auctioneer manually. I'll show you the interface in a second. It's really easy. It's the tab on the far right. There's a full scan button. Yeah, the treasures are super good. They've got transmogs in them. These guys are so cute. Fishing add-on? It's called Better Fishing. There are multiple add-ons that do it, but it uses interact keybind technology to bind your cast and your collect to the same keybind. So I'm using one of my keyboard buttons for the same thing. That treasure was not worth it. It didn't give me any cash. How many of the small Nerubians can you get as a pet? I have found the one treasure. I don't know. That's a good question. I betcha they would all be listed in the pet journal. In like the uncollected pet section. Oh yeah, I was going to show how to do an auction house scan. So, at the auction house, with Auctionator installed, you go to the Auctionator tab on the far right, and the full scan button is up here. And running that, it'll take a minute, maybe less than a minute usually, to do a scan, and that's going to update your data that CraftSim has, as well as your tooltip prices. It's going to update them all to the time of that scan. Yeah. Easy. They're so cute. Chuckler50, thanks very much for giving out some gift subs. I really appreciate it. I think I need to turn my game sound up so that I can hear the bobber a little bit better. If I'm not looking right at it. Oh no, that was it. I also want to use a toy. I want to use a bobber toy. We used the can of worms last time. Maybe we should put the squeaky duck on. Special search bar looks like your favorites. Let me see if I can figure out what you mean. This? Right click items. I mean, I think that's default auction add-on because these are the Auctionator tabs. This is my recent list. These are my recent searches. I had this. Is this what you mean? Because when I'm looking for like to craft something, right? Let's say I wanted to craft this enchant. I would track the recipe, and then next to the recipe tracking, Auctionator gives me this search button that lets me search for not only the enchant itself, but also all of the materials. And then if I press one of these buttons, it'll pull up the map specifically, and it'll also tell me how many of them I need. It'll even autofill how many of them I need into there. So that's what's going on. Super, super useful. I use the daylights out of that. It makes it so much faster to go shopping to craft a bunch of stuff. If I'm trying to craft multiples of them, I'm still doing that math on my own. That's what I keep my calculator on for. But it's for, if you're like a smart person that can do math in your head, then you're probably fine. I used to craft things in Dragonflight in multiples of either 10 or 100 or 1,000, so that the math was just adding zeros onto things because I didn't want to do anything that was more complicated than that. Marwies, thanks for the 10-month resub. If I was making like funny numbers of stuff, I had to start like writing down notes and whipping out the calculator to figure out exactly how much of each thing I was going to need. Have I gifted a sub? I'm not sure. My Battle.net does update for 15 minutes, moving slowly as a snail. Oh no. Initializing. Oh, my fishing's up to 247. Glimmer pool. Am I wearing my hat? Let's put the fishing hat back on. It's satisfying making gold from fishing, even if it's just like 10 or 20k. You know, that's 10 or 20k that I can use. Kazalgar fishing skill caps at 300. It goes all the way to 300. Just. Listen, you have to understand, my bestie is like the Bill Gates. My bestie is the Bill Gates of WoW. He's got so much gold that my coffers are funny to him. Galthos, thanks for the 19-month resub. I'm gets in your head. Craft key for how many you want to craft. Make a shopping list. I should probably learn how to do that at some point. That sounds like it would save me a lot of time. All right, skill 249. The slum sharks are where it's like really at. Did I post the ones that I got from that pool? I'm selling mats. Those are the sturgeons. Yeah, these are worth like over 350 gold each, the Kaheti slum sharks. That's probably the most valuable fish that's easy to get. You know, that's not like a coelacanth. I'm curious actually, what does an awoken coelacanth go for right now? If you did get one. 800. They are dropping. There must be a few people that leaned into specializing in them really early so that they could basically crank them out and get a lock on that market. There's a rumor broker over there. And the weave rat cache. I don't know, the last weave rat cache gave me like nothing. I don't know if it's worth it. Ooh, a royal ripple. Insane seeing a working auction house that's still busted on EU. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's frustrating. Love listening to you say coelacanth. Am I saying it right? I don't actually know. I'm mainly familiar with the concept of them from Animal Crossing and then from having Wikipedia'd them after Animal Crossing. Calvos, thanks for the gift subs. Appreciate it. Thanks for picking me. Cursed goldfish. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm fishing. I'm going to eat my own fishing food. We can make lots of it. I've got 4 of these. The buff's going to last a whole hour. It's going to give me 30 fishing skill and 150 perception. We're also getting an extra 30 perception from our hat. And you know what? It might come in handy. It might pay off. That's pretty much what I've been preparing my ghoulfish for. I'm going to use it. If we catch like 1, maybe 2 more valuable fish, it'll probably pay for itself. Smashed Upwards, thanks very much for the gift subs. Working on professions. I'm assuming that the main benefit of perception in fishing is to let you catch like the rare quality fish more often from the pools. Like right now I'm pulling up regal dotty backs. And that seems good. And then another ghoulfish. The dotty backs are like 100 gold each, so that's not bad. When I catch the ghoulfish, I just use those to make more of the fishing buff food. Let's go up this river this time. Working on professions. It's pretty fun. I'm happy with how my alchemy and my enchanting went today. My alchemy skill is more or less, I got my alchemy skill up to 50, so I'm halfway there. I'm gonna mainly level it through, oh hey, a guild achievement. I guess the experimentation, but I'll kind of feel it out as I learn new recipes from that. I should have been more on top of that, but you know, what are you gonna do? Got closer to 300 fishing, started getting better fish overall, including just from open waters too. I haven't tried a ton of open water fishing, but every time I have, it's been bad. Even up in the Isle of Dorn where it's supposedly easiest. Diplomacy. Take a shot. I don't want to do treasures. I want to catch fishies. I've used my fishing buff. I'm wearing my fishing hat. Bring out the fishies. Oh, there's one. That's something. Besides, it feels like making gold from fishing is very much like a first month of the expansion kind of thing. I'm sure you can still make some gold from fishing the entire time, but at least in Dragonflight, that was my experience, was that fishing felt most salient to me in the first month, so I want to really enjoy it while it feels super good. Raggy Matt, thanks very much for the 15-month resub. The achievement's popping? Oh, is it a bug? I just assumed that people in my guild had done something. I don't know. Wonder if it'll last forever. Too many varieties of fish. I think it's fascinating what they've done with fishing this expansion. I initially like it a lot. I like having the pools be largely not just named after the fish that are in them. I guess if it's a rare that I need, I'll put my hat back on. Let's turn the sound up for a second. I've got like fishing bobber levels of sound on. Guild had those achievements pop 4, 6, 7 times. Yeah, it must be a bug then. I'm just oblivious. I just don't notice things that are going on around me. Reputation. Materials gathering in general gets invalidated by bots pretty fast normally. Hi, Hazel Floyd here now. Hello. How you doing? What kind of pool is it? Surfacing Rebel. I probably would be better off gold-wise trying to specifically hunt down the more valuable pools, but because I'm after skill, I'm just fishing out all of them. Plus, I feel like that's going to make the more valuable ones spawn. Maybe I'm just a sucker and I'm the one spawning the better pools around the zone by clearing out the cheap ones, and then other people are just going to swipe up like all the treasure pools and the blood and stuff. Oh, Raggy Man, thanks very much for the gift subs. That's those who got 'em. Holy smokes. Giving out 53 in total. Have you done your Hellafall dailies? No, I haven't. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I'm fishing. Wouldn't be an expansion if I don't miss out on a bunch of stuff. Time you spent looking for more valuable pools, you're not fishing. Exactly. Yeah, even the cheap fish are still like 20, 30 gold each. And sometimes you do get better fish in the meantime. That lynx mat though. Yeah, but I'm sure I'll get it at some point. I'm not expecting to go the entire expansion and not have it. And if I do, then I'll put some concerted effort into farming it then. Cosmetic weapon appearance from fishing. Worth it for Mog Hunters. I've had a bunch of the weapons, but I have not had the leek. The vegetable. I need the vegetable. Some of them I got not even from treasure pools. Some of the transmogs I got from just regular fishing pools. And I've heard of people getting them from open water as well. So I think as long as you're fishing, you've got a chance. If I get the leek, I must make another farmer mog. A gardener mog. Oh, okay. That pool is all done. The worst is when you end up incidentally flying the same fishing pool searching route as somebody else. So you're both fishing up the pools twice as fast and you have to like move a bunch. I usually try to, if that does happen to me, I usually try to change my direction. But I'm definitely not the only one out here looking for pools. I had about 150 fishing skill when I got it from an open water pool. Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure about the garlic. I was thinking the leek like Farfetch'd carries in Pokemon. Oh, you get some cash for that. Anytime I see a rare, I feel like I have to stop and kill it just because it's like once a week you get like 150 rep off each rare. And the best thing for me to do would be to use rare scanner or handy notes or whatever to make sure I kill every rare every week. And that does sound kind of fun, you know, like a little treasure scavenger hunt, seeing if the rares that you need are up. Because it seems like they spawn fairly often, but in practice, I've just been kind of living my life, and then if I see one near me, then I'll go for it. Kaya Zerflare Gaming, thanks very much for giving out some gift subs. Appreciate it. If someone's already fishing a pool, do you run up and fish the same spot? Honestly, yeah. It depends. It kind of depends on what kind of fishing pool it is. Like if somebody's just fishing a glimmer pool, I'm probably not gonna set up there. But if it's like a valuable pool, it's kind of fair game. Other people are gonna do the same to me. And they do, and I don't get terribly salty for it. It's, you know, you don't own a pool just by virtue of being there. So it's kind of like a personal preference thing. Every time I get to the Dragon Isles, Somebody else, leave me alone. Do not want to do your errands right now. But it doesn't happen all that often. I bet the fishing derby is going to have more of that. Oh, someone's buying my slum sharks. But yeah, if somebody and I are like flying the same route, I'll usually try to find a different place to go look. Just because it gets annoying doing it like repeatedly. Kirk and Slice, thanks very much for the gift subs. Appreciate it. Oh. Need a snack. I'm going to be on for approximately another 15-ish minutes today. Monk is the best fishing class thanks to Zen Flight. Like to fish floating over the water. I do that sometimes with Levitate. I know I have like the raft toys and everything, but Levitate's just easy. It's on such a handy keybind, you know. I just love fishing on my gnome. I feel like she looks so cute with her enormous fishing rod. What's this one? Icarus Bell. I like having fishing pets out with me, but I find that when I'm flying around to different holes, they tend to despawn and desummon. I want to switch to a PvP server just to fight people who fish my node. I mean, lucky for you, war mode is just a button click in Stormwind, Feldraken, or Dornogal away. You can make that a reality. Although, I guess you could only fight people if they were opposite faction. But, you know, half of them will be, maybe. Echoing Halo is one of the prettiest Halo talents they made. They've definitely been working on it. I know early in testing, Echoing Halo with the original Halo graphic was very distracting. And for whatever reason, it was showing for everybody in the raid too. So every time that if I was raid testing an Archon, it felt like every time I pressed it, I was in danger of like lagging someone out if they had a poor PC or connection or something. But it was part of my talent build. I had to press Halo. I think it still shows. It seems like something that they maybe should tune down just because it is pretty distracting. But maybe it depends on how many spells you have set to show. You can certainly set your own graphics to only show essential spells or only show your spells, and that would maybe fix that problem. I'm not sure exactly how much other people see. All right, I'm Kazilgar fishing 255. We are making progress. Every point is a victory. What's this pool? I think the thing that makes this so exciting is that you can find fishing pools fairly easily, and then you get kind of that like almost loot box randomness of like, oh, what's it gonna be? what kind of a pool is it gonna be? Is this gonna be like one with really valuable fish? Am I gonna find a treasure pool? That would be pretty exciting. Hasn't happened in a few days. Sounds like a lot of fishing. You poke around with professions today? I did poke around with professions today. Playing some balance now. These spells are so pretty too. The only thing about fishing in Ashkahet, which could be fairly easily solved, but like the music is so tense. Fishing in Dornogal makes me feel like I'm on vacation. All of these like arachnoid strings, the string orchestra is just putting me on edge. Rob Rickson, thanks very much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Music is tense. It's like such good atmosphere, but for sneaking around the Nerubian city, not for catching some fishies. Did some side quests, had to tune it down after a while. Yeah, I think if I was working on this off stream, I would turn off the music and just put on iTunes. I see in my chat log, the shadow of a hungering beast moves over the city. I don't know what that means. It must be a rare. Usually if there's a zone tell, it's important. But I think I would just lose a bunch of time if I went trying to figure out what it means. Rare that drops the mount quest? Oh, news to me. Rare drops mount go? Where? It's for Seas Park? I just don't know where to go. Ace Orson, thanks very much for giving us some gift subs. I'm also terrible at directions. I'm just not going to find it in time. There's no world in which I find it in time. I may as well keep fishing. I am terrible at navigating. I don't understand directions when they're given to me. It's just a mess. One day, I will get myself caught up and updated on what's going on with that rare. Hard can't buy a 40-man raid anyway. Yeah. That seems like the kind of thing that I will enjoy farming eventually once I'm kind of caught up on it. But I don't know. I research like one thing at a time, and then I usually just want to like stick with the thing that I'm doing until I feel like I'm ready to learn something else. Today was profession knowledge treasures. I got caught up on those. That feels good. I also want to get my fishing skill caught up, and I'll be happy with that. Salem, thanks very much for giving out 5 gift subs. Really appreciate it. Right, hopefully we get them out during the expansion. Although I guess if Dragonflight's anything to go off of, I might not. I spent all of Dragonflight telling myself that I was going to camp Breezebiter later. Guess who does not have the Breezebiter mount? Oops. Gonna work on that mount right after I get Rustfeather, right? I never even had Karakta, and I tried for Karakta. I actually put some effort into figuring that one out and using a bunch of alts and camping it. Not so much with luck. It's fine. Yeah, I got enough mounts. I can get from A to B. 5 to 10 hour respawn. Pretty annoying to spawn. Maybe this will be a pattern for me. Maybe I'll see the spawn come up when I'm like fishing in the zone. Ah, those balloons get me every time. It just makes me so happy that I can just get like hundreds of gold for like this stuff I just pulled out of the river, you know? Pretty cool. It's like completely useless for me to post them manually like this many times. I should just wait until the end of the day and then post all of them. What happens if I open up his tummy? I got Crusty Darkmoon cards. Oh, about the same value. Keep the pike if you want a turtle pet. Ah, I'll have to get more one day. I sold it. 4 of symbiosis. Let's keep fishing. NA auction house so fast. I know it's been working too. Now that I'm not reading the campaign quest like I did in my first character very fast. Done with Isle of Dorn already? Yeah, I bet that's gotta be kind of satisfying. What kind of pool? Surfacing ripple. Okay. It's gonna take some real doing for me to get to, I guess I can always work on it tomorrow. This might be a good thing to do in between the different segments of the variety show. Just fishing and getting more skill ups for it. I didn't have my sound on. I missed it. You know what was delicious but unsatisfying for lunch? An ice cream cone. Came to my temptation. Good old dessert for lunch. Now I hunger. There's nothing wrong with having a redo. Man, it's almost noon already. Time's vanishing. I was commiserating with my neighbors about how fast it feels like summer was over. We've got a little bit of nice weather now, but, you know, Labor Day weekend's almost on top of us. Kids are going back to school. Crazy. Time flying by and summer over. It just happened so fast. People keep asking me if I had a great summer or, like, if I did anything. And I always feel really boring for being like, yeah, I walked my dog. I did a little bit of fishing. I did a little bit of hiking. Pretty much the huge. I'm starting to feel like I'm doing life wrong because everybody that I know goes not like on big expensive trips, but we'll go like camping or something, or like, you know, like on a little mini road trips and stuff, and go explore more. And I explore places that I can reach on foot. Maybe I'll drive like 15 minutes if we're feeling crazy. It's just a little different. You had fun when you went camping. When did I go camping? You mean like as a child? This is the first treasure node that I've seen in like days. I did a lot of fishing yesterday and I didn't come across one of these. I'm so excited. What are we going to get? Plus, there's nobody here yet. Oh, we got a journal entry. So that's like 10 free fishing points. I'm going to save it for when I get to like 290, basically. That's for a derby mark. Vieta, thank you for the 44-month resub. Time sure flies. It's crazy. Also, Salem, I'm not sure if I thanked you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. Oh, and Vieta with the gift subs as well. Appreciate it. Fishing's the best. Oh, with my mom. That was, I wouldn't know, I don't know if I would call it camping. There was a cabin. There was indoor plumbing and power, electricity. I think that was just a little trip. It was beautiful. The beach was amazing. I spent like the whole day fishing at the beach. Glamping. At a certain point, it's just a vacation. It was like an Airbnb, I think, that my mom had that we stopped by for a day. I don't remember if there was Wi-Fi. There was not really very much cellular service because that was the trip that I got my first flat tire, and I had to use a landline to call a tow truck or like a sort of somebody to come to help me change my tire. If there was, yeah, no, I wouldn't call that camping. I'm pretty sure if I tried to call that camping, you would rip me to shreds. Sorry, and thank you very much for the brand new sub. I appreciate you picking me for your prime. I like the fantasy of camping, but I think the reality of it and all of the planning and admin that has to go into setting up a camping trip would stress me out to the point that I wasn't having fun anymore. Especially if I'm like you're either arranging for pet sitting or you're figuring out how to bring your pets, or like both. If you're gonna get somebody to cat sit at home and then bring your dog. But then you're not only packing like food and supplies and water sometimes for you, and then a pet, and then making sure everybody's got a place to sleep. And like, it's just so much to like figure out and plan for. And I just don't like that kind of thing. I'm very much a tag along on an existing trip kind of person, aka a leech. And I don't really have that many people in my life that plan trips like that I can tag along on. It's not like there's a big friend group where somebody is the group mom that sets these things up. So I pretty much just don't go anywhere. Oh, thanks for the gift sub, Sarian. Yeah, the logistics put me off of it. You always forget something. Last time it was the air mattress. Leeches are fine as long as they pay their share. Exactly, yeah. I would be the friend that I would chip in for everything, of course. If you give me a list of things to bring for myself, I will absolutely do it. It's the making the list that usually sticks me. Adult version of the Boy Scouts. Coloring mounts by rarity? That is Mount Journal Enhanced that is doing that. Someone who's organizer of trips, personally welcome all friendly leeches. Plus, if you give me a job, I'll do it. I'm responsible. I'm just not in charge. I am a rank 1 officer. I am not a leader. These dotty backs will be good. 100 gold each. Oh, Kobe Sanctuary, thanks very much for the gift sub. And Jacob Pez with a 15-month resub. Thank you. I've been enjoying these War Within streams so much. I'm having a wonderful time just fishing. On behalf of VJ, will we get an end of stream numbers update? I will try and remember. I should just give you one now so that while I'm thinking about it, because I'm probably going to forget at the end of stream. I'm all for forgetting things right when I turn off stream. Oh, Jacob, thanks for the gift sub. Certifiably bananas, though. Bonkers. I don't know exactly how much, but I think it's more than we did early Dragonflight. I think it's been bigger than that. As of this particular moment, after Jacob's gift sub, we are currently at 3,497. We're 3 short of 3,500 subs on this particular channel, which is crazy. That's so many. I am using a fishing add-on called Better Fishing, and the only thing it really does is binds my cast and retrieve to the same key, but it's worth it for that. It's super comfy. War Within seems very popular. Auction houses are struggling. Happy Labor Day weekend. I think tomorrow's going to be a big day. I should wrap up stream, though. I should maybe head my fishing back to town, because otherwise I'm going to keep fishing. Oh, Card Bros, thanks for the gift subs. I need better fishing. My skill made it up to 261, so we're going to need to do some more. We're going to need to do some more of that. Are streaming Sunday taking off? I haven't decided. I probably should take it off. I need a couple of days in a row to really do raid guides and nothing else, because I've been trying to do like a little bit of work on raid guides in the evenings after these big days where I'm doing other stuff. And it's not been working. I've been so burnt by the end of the day that I haven't really been getting much done. So I need a couple days just to dedicate to it. Cozy Daydreamer, thanks for the 5-month resub. I encourage the continued fishing. Derby is tomorrow, plus a variety show. Precisely. Couldn't possibly forget. Because tomorrow's going to be a crazy day. Tomorrow's going to be a big stream. Hopefully it's fun. I hope to see some of you there tomorrow if you are around. No pressure, you know. Don't let me tell you what to do. Enjoy your Saturday. But I will be on extra long tomorrow, and we will be alternately doing variety show things and then maybe fishing in the middle of it to get the skill the rest of the way up for oh, I got 2 of these. Okay, so my fishing skill is 261, but once I get to 280, I have 2 journal entry pages I can use to bump me the rest of the way to 300. So that's exciting. I'm gonna start stream tomorrow with a normal time, and then variety show things will begin a little ways into that. But I am planning to start at the same 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll take some big breaks throughout the middle, because I'm going to need to grab at least a smoothie or something to make it until later. But we'll probably stream until somewhere in the 2 o'clock-ish range in the afternoon, compared to normally when we end it now, which is 12. So 5 hours instead of 3, I think, is the plan. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.